Hello. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for staying with us during the sad delay of sad tech issues. Welcome to, uh, I'm gonna remember what I named my goddamn mini series. Yeah. Welcome to, The Lion's Den. Tonight we will be having, episode 2 of 5. Here on Bad House RPG. My name is Aki, or Akino if you're feeling fancy, and my pronouns are she, her, and you can find me on several projects all over the Twitterverse at Akinomi_art. And for the next little while, I will be your lovely GM as we embark on on this journey here, which is the Lion's Den set in a homebrew version of Toronto by Night. Before we get to cast, we're gonna do a little bit for donations. You can find the donation button in the About section, and for $10 or 1,000 bits, you can buy one of the players a willpower reroll, which will be so important. And for $20 or 2,000 bits, you can buy one of the players a flashback, which will also be objectively, in my opinion, way more important. And joining me today, we have our lovely cast minus one. Aurora is not feeling well again. We wish her the best, and I hope you can join us next time. But for the rest of you, please tell us a little bit about yourselves, your characters, and if you had one wish, what would it be? I will let y'all. No, I have to pass it, and then the rest of you can pass it. So I will pass it to C.
I knew it was coming. I had a feeling. Hi everyone, my name is C. Use they them pronouns. You can find me making very trans gay art on the internet, PySharp Art. Tonight I am playing Bear, who uses any all pronouns they, he, she. Is this what Bear's one wish is, or mine for Bear?
You know what? I'll take both. I'd love to hear what Bear's wish is, but I'd also like to hear what yours is, considering what happened last week.
That's true. My one wish is that I no longer am lactose intolerant. That has nothing to do with this game, but would be nice. That's my one wish. My other wish, Bear's wish rather, is to find out who their sire is, to be able to identify that person and finally get some answers. So that's no big deal. And I'll pass it right over to Joe.
I also knew where that was going. So hey everybody, I'm just being a Masquerade dog friend. I'm your spirit dog friend. I am playing Umami, the Malkavian hacker, diva, asshole person. My wish is I want my fights to be okay. But we'll find out, huh? Chris.
I knew exactly where that was going too. Hello, my name is Chris Hung. Most people know me as one of the co-founders of PinkCity.ca, which is an anime gaming streetwear brand from Toronto, Canada. Toronto. I also do some TTRPG stuff on the Super Journey Dudes channel, which I am the editor, producer, and current GM of. If you like comedy and neo-noir mecha fighting, that's check us out. Today, I am playing Frankie Tomato, who is the businessman behind Frankie Tomatoes, the best Italian buffet in Toronto. But mostly in this context, we know him for his bagged blood business, his red sauce. And Frankie's one wish would probably be, for one day, his bagged blood empire to be the norm, and for vampires to not have to kill mortals, innocent mortals to feed.
Damn, it got wholesome.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I have to pass it. I guess pass it to the last person left. Yeah.
What's
you see
up?
that one coming?
Yeah, I did. I did see that coming. Hey, I'm Fabs. You can find me at Rockets and Pens. Also here at Bad House RPG. I'm playing Chester, who is the Tremere of the group. My wish, well, Chester's wish is he wish he did not come to this party.
Yeah.
My wish is I wish Chester had 5 celerity. And yeah, that's it.
You put it all somewhere else.
That's good shit. Good shit. All right. I think that's it. So we're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So for an extra die on any roll, who wants to do the recap?
I'd rather die.
Yep.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take that bargain.
Honestly, you need it after last session's roll.
Yeah, I rolled. I tend to roll really badly. So let's see. Or rather, Bear tends to roll really badly. Last time on the Lion's Den, lots and lots of the most well-liked kindred in all of Toronto and the surrounding areas gathered for Rosemary Santos's favorite child's Sweet 16, debut. Everyone gathered to the most beautiful Chateau de Lyon. I can't believe I said that almost correctly.
Yeah, you did pretty well.
Yeah, which is the home and hosted by Marilyn Ma. All of the barons of Toronto are in attendance, as well as our dear friends Chester, Frankie, Tomato, Umami, and Bear. And we are celebrating, again, Rosemary Santos's favorite child. All of us are enjoying the snack table and or stressing out about arranging the party when we all truly notice a very odd, very poorly wrapped box being pushed by some very sweaty human guys. We do various stages of interfering with this box, do a little bit of a hyper focus on it as a party, regather, regroup until we push it into the theatrical atrium area, where we discover that there is something kind of weird going on with it. There's something bad in there, but it's too late at this point as the ceremony begins. There's a beautiful song and dance between sire and child until the gifts start to get opened and a whole bunch of really, really fucked up monsters start crawling out of the box. It's worse than a gargoyle. We were all like, there's a gargoyle in there. And Aki was like, yeah, but what if I actually did it worse? So that's what you missed last time on the Lion's Den. All of us getting locked into this theater with a bunch of horrible monsters. Bam. Did I miss anything?
No, I
That's
think you
fucking
got it all.
beautiful.
Yeah. And you get that extra die. You can use it on
Ooh.
any roll. One extra die.
Let's hope I don't need that.
You will.
Oh, yes. So, my own flashback. Instead of starting where we left off exactly, we're going a bit back in time, only slightly, at some nebulous point during the party. Everything is, once again, glitz and glamour, really embodying the heavily body theme of the party. And you see the Grand Mistress herself, Marilyn, chatting with a group of distinguished looking individuals, but truly the way that the camera is centered, you only care about Marilyn, as you should. She's the center of attention. I will say, Umami, you're probably nearby in the standing off somewhere, so with your bright red outfit, you totally are also in view in this, and whether you choose to listen or participate is completely up to you. But Marilyn starts speaking. She says, I've been here since 1871. I came here during the railroad construction, just a simple man looking for work in a new world. I earned less than $1 a day and faced ridicule and cruelness like I've never known. Now look at me, proud woman able to stand on her own 2 feet while carrying dozens of others like me to the land of opportunity. That's why I smile, yes. A proud, beautiful person should always smile. You smile through the pain, through the sadness and the hardship, and at your friends and your enemies, especially your enemies. There's so much glory in overcoming anything with a smile on your face. And she has this beautiful, like, almost like it's in between mischievous and charming look about her. Once again, her hair is styled blonde like Marilyn Monroe. Actually, when you take a good look, if you know anything about what that woman looked like, uh, Marilyn over here looks pretty spot on, just like a Asian cos version, but like right on the money, even down to the iconic white dress going on. She's with a few added extras, the black fur, the Tahitian pearls, the Louis Vuittons, just a few modern accessories to really fill in this look. And once again, she knows how to command a room. Whether or not these people are buying this bullshit, they're nodding along, they're commending her, they're raising a glass to her. It's not, Mommy, what do? You know this spiel. You know this song and
Yeah.
dance.
I've definitely been like kind of like speaking, like saying it under my breath, like this whole speech again. And there's a fondness that kind of comes off in a very like like I'm her manager, but I'm also just sort of like the person that has been dealing with handling her dealings, and like our work ethic aligning in the way that it does. Like, I have a lot of respect for this woman. But what I'm doing, I'm eavesdropping and I'm staying within reachable distance, but I also want to kind of size up the group of people that she's talking to, and I'm mostly focusing on anyone's intention by listening to her speak. Is there anyone that is like wanting to get something out of the conversation?
I think based on just what you know about her and just a general glance, there is not a single person in this room that doesn't want something from her.
Yeah.
She is free knowledge because you would all probably know it, but also this is a flashback in Mommy's. Marilyn is known as the Railway Queen. She runs the transit system. All of it, actually, including the Toronto transit system, the Metrolink system, and the Canadian railways that go all across Canada. That's hers. She's earned it. She's built them, quite literally. So she remains the true neutral party between the main factions within Kindred Canadian society. Okay? In this case, it means something along the lines of before Anarchs, there was Camarillas. Both of them don't fuck with her because she owns the railway. She owns the main perks of transportation here, and she chooses to remain neutral. She does not could be a baron if she wanted to be a prince if she really wanted to. She chooses not to because she loves that comfortable, like, luxury life that she's living. Why work harder when you can work smarter, right? Like that is her kind of vibes. And she is very, very open about a lot of things. To the point where it's like it would come off as like boisterous gloating. And maybe that's what she wants you to think. But you working so closely to her, it's just bit of pride, bit of kind of like a show of aggression almost. She's just someone you don't want to with. And that's why everybody kind of wants her.
Yeah.
And let's just put it in all the ways. She's stunning. She's stunning.
Cool. I guess I also want to kind of get a glance from her. How is she doing? We haven't spoken, I feel like, very directly. Like, we're on like organization mode. I don't really have the attention span or like a second where we're both just able to talk at this moment. I'm just sort of wondering do I get a look as to why she's really hamming it up this time? Is it for any particular reason?
I will let you roll. Okay, so it's your choice of either a composure or an intelligence, plus plus insight.
Okay, I'm gonna do intelligence insight. I'm gonna intellectualize her. Only 2 successes.
Marilyn's old, and she's been doing
Yeah.
this a long time, and so this is actually like bread and butter. This is customer service.
She's having fun. Like,
Yeah, like
okay.
she's having fun. You can also presume that like yeah, she's having fun. I said bun. She's having fun, but she's also kind of bored. Like it's like when you hang out with your friends for a while, but you kind of want to do something sitting at the same spot. In your and you don't know you're running out of coffee, and you're kind of like maybe we could just walk and talk. It's kind of like one of those things. But she's not a bad she is never a bad hostess. So like she'll keep talking.
Never.
Yeah, she'll keep talking, she'll keep entertaining. I would say you definitely know by the end of the night you're gonna get an earful of gossip and just an earful of
Yeah.
complaining.
And I'm just trying to get ahead of it.
Mhm.
Just like taking
That's
my own notes. I'm just like,
honestly, it's just another party. It's just
yeah,
another like
just another shitty party
convention.
with
Yeah.
this shitty child.
Mm-hmm. And that really is just it. It's just another. It should be normal.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. And she probably will turn to you, give you like back shoulder smile, like one of those things, little wink, because she teases you all the time.
Mhm.
You're one of her favorite people here. You're probably her only favorite person. That's a lie. Rosemary's over there, but like you're one of her. You're in her top 3 for a shit list, but top 3 for her favorites as well. So she always acknowledges your presence.
Mhm.
Very important. And with that like last glance of a smile, we're gonna cut straight to Marilyn's face, covered in the blood of a child, with that perfect smile still on. Her eyes are bewildered. She's still taking it all in, but she knows to keep smiling. And as if noticing that, the sloth creature looks at her and slowly also smiles. And there is something heinously sentient in those dead fucking eyes. Where we last left off, y'all were in the theater room. Doors were locked by the piano playing human who was dressed up as the sexy Lucifer statue, Junie Mal. And 2 of you were in the back with a bear human hybrid beast, which is hilarious because our bear is also there, so bear on bear crime. And to the front of the stage, 2 of you are also standing with the 4 barons, whatever's left of Mary. Marilyn's also on the stage, and of course the sloth demon. It takes a second for the rest of the audience to start doing really basic things like screaming. Like it sounds off. Like when someone tries to start an applause and then it takes someone else like, ah, okay, no more anxiety, and they also start clapping. That's what it feels like with the panic that induces. There's growling, there's hissing, none of them coming from the creatures. And yeah, who would like to move first? Who
Me.
has the will to move first?
I have the will. I will weigh. Wait, Chris, did you have a thing first, actually?
I think mine's mostly just a bit, but when it all kind of happens and I see that Marilyn is still smiling and like, you know, the blood, like all that stuff happens, I look around to the adjacent people around me, kind of smiling too and looking to Bear, and I'm like, hey, that looks pretty good. I mean, I watched Gaslighting. It's one of those like murder mystery things. I always wanted to do one of these.
Frankie, get it fucking together! Get it fucking together!
Wait,
this is not one of those things.
Oh fuck! I just at first he like almost in disbelief. He would not expect this to actually be a thing. He was like, "This has got to be fake, right? That looks pretty good." It's like high budget. Oh shit!
Yeah, Bear's arm just like comes out and literally sweeps Frankie like as far back behind them as possible.
Yeah, I'm about to step to like inspect like the special effects, and then I get pulled away, and then Mommy, you can do actually important things now.
Great. I'm gonna not cast. Jesus Christ. I would like to initiate, activate the Cloak of the Gathering, and I'm gonna hold on to Marilyn. So I need to do a rouse check for the number of additional willing subjects. What Cloak the Gathering does is I can shelter my companions under the Cloak of Obfuscate, so I can make everyone under my Cloak of the Gathering invisible, basically. Members of the group can still perceive each other while under the effects of the power, but it's only going to be me and whoever else I put in. Oh, Jesus. I succeed on my rouse check. So yeah, I just grab her and I make the both of us go invisible. But as far as making sure that we're quietly, getting out of the way is like another thing. Yeah, I just want to try and like, I guess quietly scooch away from the big sloth person thing in front of us right now.
In scooch, you probably will. Actually, no, I gotta do something. You see,
do you have to do it?
You could not.
I could not, yeah, but I have to at least check,
That's fair.
As specifically just based on description alone, I will repaint the sloth for you. Face, that's pretty sloth-like. The arms and the legs, also sloth-like. So they're long. They have
Ice Age, I'm sorry.
You can think Ice Age if you'd like. Not gonna lie. It gets worse though because the body is what you're close enough, Umami, and so are you, Chester. The body is a human's. That's a whole ass naked human. And the transition of it from human to sloth is very obvious. It looks like a very bad makeup job, like a very bad
fused together.
Like fused, honestly. And so you're not really sure what you're looking at, if I'm being honest, because it's like the face, I think, is the reason why you're like sloth.
Can I actually do an occult check to see if I know what this is?
You can, yes. And I'm just gonna do a general. I'll do this actually. Okay. For you, Amami, when you go to grab Marilyn, I'm letting you know she's not gonna put up a fight at all. She is in shock. She has no it's like she's processing it, the fucking Windows whatever, like, you know, the fans of a laptop fan, you know, just turning on. Like, it's one of those, like, it's time to process this. But that sloth totally sees you. And just before I want you to make a check for me, actually. I
Okay.
want you need to make a dexterity stealth or athletics. I'll take either of those.
That's gonna be a hot 2 dice.
You can add your celerity if you have rapid reflexes.
Oh, I do. You're so right.
It's free. I got 7 successes for my occult check, by the way.
Okay.
So I can add how much dice can I add to this? Getting out of the way.
You add your dots and celerity.
Oh, a dots and celerity. Got it. Okay, so that's 2 successes in the dexterity stealth.
I'll finish up with umami then. You feel that gust of wind. You blinked. That hand wasn't there where it is now. And it just misses you. If you had an earring or tuft of hair or like a popped up collar,
Definitely.
there's a hole in it where its bottom claw pierced right through. If it's an earring, your earring shattered. If it's hair, you got that anime cut. You know, just a little bit off. You know, just a little trim off the side.
No big deal. Yeah.
Your choice, honestly. And the rest of that arm went straight through the fucking wall behind you.
I'm like whispering to Marilyn, we gotta go. We gotta fucking get out of here.
I will say though, actually I won't say because that requires another roll. It's not attacking you yet. It's fast on the draw, slow on the recoil back.
We're gonna take advantage of that and get the fuck out.
That's where its sloth slowness comes back.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Yeah. I will say, actually, no, I'll give you this. You're right up in front. You're up close, personal, right in front of it. This thing doesn't smell right.
It doesn't smell right?
Doesn't smell right. I mean, you smell blood everywhere. You smell perfume, Marilyn. You smell like God, probably yourself. This thing doesn't smell.
What does it smell like?
What's a sloth monster supposed to smell like?
Other than shit.
It doesn't even smell like an animal should either, actually.
Ooh.
I'll give you that much too. It just doesn't smell right. You can pinpoint the smell later on if you want to.
I might do heightened senses later.
Yeah, but I'm just letting you know, when you think, the first thing you think is, that's not right. And if you wish to leave, you can make your leave.
Yeah, I can't focus on what a sloth smells like.
Yeah. Chester, with that amazing roll of yours, you don't know what the fuck this is.
What?
You don't know.
Fuck.
You don't know. There's a lot of things it could be. Werewolf hybrid. Maybe like a gargoyle. Like tons of things. And then by just the crudeness of the way this sloth looks like, I will say other things pop into your head. Frankenstein's monster is a vibe, but that's not right. Like, you know it's not right, but the vibe is low-key correct. You think culturally at this point. You know, like, there's tons of other mythical creatures and cryptids out there that this could be. But then why the fuck is it here? I will let you, like, go through, like, an analog of creatures you might know. And you could just ask me and I'll just answer. But, like, high key, you don't know what this is.
So I basically, from that roll, it's so high that, like, I can pretty much think of several things that's making it hard for me to pinpoint.
It's like
exact.
It's overload. Okay. Yeah, you're overloading yourself with.
Yeah. It could be a homunculus. It could be fucking like fucking shape changer or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be anything. Hell, fuck you. One day during your weird Google rabbit hole, you found out what a mega sloth was, which was prehistoric megafauna sloth.
I was like, drop bear. No, we're not in Australia.
Yeah. Tons of things. There's so many things that this thing could be.
Okay.
And so you're overloading yourself with information because perhaps flavor text wise, maybe you're trying to find a weakness. Maybe you're trying to find something logical to explain what you're looking at.
Sure. Okay.
It's just, it doesn't look right. I will say, when you look at the bear thing, though, because you definitely, I will give you that with like 7 successes. You notice the bear in the back, not our bear, not your friend bear, but the bear very closely beside them. You're like, what the fuck is that? Because that is an even more fucked up looking thing. To just re-describe that, half of its face is a bear, and the other is a weird fusion of human. It's got a weird body that's like a hairless bear, but then it's got bear claws, and you're not sure what the hell's going down there. Like lower body wise, it's like it's standing on 2 legs. But it's like there's fur and skin and flesh and bone, and it's kind of just disgusting. This is just disgusting. It looks like Lady Gaga's meat dress.
Okay.
It's unsettling. The face is probably the worst of it, though, simply because it's so like detailed.
Okay.
The best way to describe the effect is it's when a movie makes something practical, like using practical effects, and then all the blood is fucking CGI.
Okay. It's very Uncanny Valley.
Yeah. You're not sure what the hell you're looking at, but you do in fact see it rip off someone's head clean, and blood is squirting like a fountain, and then you see it pick up another vampire, and just bite them down in half, arm gone, just a straight bite, which is weird again because half of it's the bear jaw and the other half is the human jaw, but they got her done.
Okay. I'm gonna do something stupid. Well, not stupid, goofy. Within the chaos, there's humans around, right?
There are some humans here. Most of the human staff did not come in here.
But there are some humans.
There are some humans here. You know, like some vampires brought like pets.
I'm hungry, so I'm gonna find the closest human, and I'm going to activate Theft of Vitae.
Oh my god.
The closest human is one of the sweaty ones that are behind the. So I think you want maybe
take them out of their misery.
You want those ones, or would you rather have an audience human? But that would require you to move further in.
No, Chester has no feeding penalties or kind of like specifics. So I get hungrier, so I'm at hunger 3, but I am going to basically, I have to roll intelligence, and is it intelligence? I have to roll blood sorcery and so many spells. There you go. Okay. Wits, blood sorcery versus wits and occult against that human.
To get them, you mean?
Yeah, pretty much to.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, 5, 6, 6 successes.
Now here's the issue. They're behind the sloth, technically on a ladder.
As long as I can. So the thing about Theft of Vitae is, as long as I can see them, blood just shoots.
You can just get it. Okay, I thought
exactly.
you're running after.
Oh,
Thank
no,
you for that clarification. intoxication. I was gonna be like, it's about to be. Yeah, no, you can get it. Now I have to ask: are you like sucking them dry?
No, I am relieving
Are you
myself of
sucking them
2.
dry, Chester?
I could, but not in this situation. Maybe later.
Sweaty guys.
I'm gonna relieve myself of 2 hunger.
Fuck.
And
That
yeah, I'm gonna follow Bear and Frankie.
so that human, I will definitely say, blood kind of just pours out of every hole they got. That is open and aired. So that means all their faces. Any piercings, I will also say probably as well, like tongue piercings and shit. Blood just comes out of that and into your mouth, or however you take it. I actually am. How do you take it?
Yeah, I basically like kind of like pull it with my right hand, and it becomes like this kind of like apple, and then he just like consumes like this apple shaped globule of blood. Kind of like staying in theme of like the whole you know, holy whatever. But yeah.
Damn.
And after that, I'm just gonna follow Bear and Frankie.
That human probably looks a little pale right
Fuck 'em.
now.
Fuck 'em.
And they will probably fall off the ladder. Unfortunate, but that's fine. And yeah, you can run. You're not really, you're near the sloth, but the sloth is not near you. If you like ran for the human, then you're getting within the range. But I would say you're not in range right now. You can run. The sloth will like it's. You notice its eyes follow you, but its head doesn't turn because it's got a whole buffet in front of it. Actually, the other barons take their time, but will also make their attempts in the sense of scatter like that. So they're not really helping each other per se, but they're sure as hell fucking out. One second. Rosemary does have guards, however, and she's not moving. She's trying to grab her child, but her bodyguards will not let her. So as you're running, you definitely hear her cry her child's name several times as she's being pulled somewhere else.
She's done, dude. Sorry.
It's over.
Now let's move to as the barons flee, essentially, or disperse, I should say. We will move to Bear and Frankie. Bear, you haven't gone at all, so let's start with you, with anything you per se would like to do. Bear, in front of you is a bear, bearing arms, and they're bigger than you. I'll say that much. They're a lot bigger than you.
They're bigger than me?
They're bigger than you. They're not even like a little bit bigger than you. You're like shoulder to them.
I'm like 6.5 feet tall.
Yeah, they're taller.
All right, well that just makes Bear more mad.
Yeah, they're standing straight, by the way. For you, they're like, it's like I said, like meat on meat. You recognize the strength, and you feel that same kind of primal, almost like on edge instinct you felt when you were lifting that box. Of course, things are clicking and making sense to you that way, but like you're not. I 100%, unless you really want to, this is like on an instinctual level threat. Okay. And whereas maybe other people's fight or flight is to flee, which in my opinion is very unnatural for a vampire. There's only few things that tell you guys to flee. Sunlight, maybe too much garlic toast, silver, and like a mother-in-law. But like other than that, it's like not much tells y'all to run. Does not tell your body to run unless you want it to. But for you, Bear, your body will do as you tell it. You know, it's your choice. But I will say, threat. If this threat had a level from a scale of like 1 to 5, 6 threat. It's a threat.
I love how you presented me with a scale and then immediately broke it. Nothing better than that. I cannot tell you how badly Bear wants to fight this thing. Like, that instinct rises all the way up into the center of their chest and explodes out of them as they, like, push Frankie back. And there's, like, a low growl in their throat as they go, Frankie, I really need you to shut the fuck up right now. And they turn back, and, like, as they, like, pull back into themselves, I'm going to activate my feral weapons. So I'll do a quick rouse check and succeed that bad boy. As, like, Bear's hair kind of like roughs out almost to like form this cape, almost melding into the one that they're wearing as their jaw kind of like clicks and gets a little wider as these big teeth start to grow, and their hands also start to sharpen into these huge fucking paws, like grizzly bear style, like slash, in this almost like, as they're looking into this like perverse mirror of their own discipline, and the rage like rises and rises and rises, and they like growl underneath their throat, do you really think you're the only fucker who can do that? And I'm gonna attack the shit out of this thing. I can't tell you how fast I'm gonna try to beat the shit out of this thing.
Now, let me see. I'll let you choose between strength or dexterity. Both count in a fist fight. And then obviously it's going to be brawl. Because you're not trying to lift him, you're trying to attack him. Brawl.
This is true.
Melee I would also allow, because it's literally in this case scenario, it's the same thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna go strength brawl.
And if you
what
have,
I built Bear to do.
And if you have anything else that could apply to this, any specialties, any whatever, feel free to add them as well.
I have a specialty in fighting Kindred, so fighting supernatural creatures. I don't know if that counts though.
Okay, now here's something I want you to do.
Oh, interesting. I don't like how you said that, but go on.
Use any mental stat you want. And your highest, whatever you think is applicable. And then you can do insight, you can do animal kin, you can do occult, you can do survival. Yeah.
Ooh.
And any discipline that might help you in terms of, like, think of it like a instinctual vibe check. You know? Like, when you look at something, you're like, that's dog-like. Like, that kind of instinctual vibe check.
I'm gonna do wits and animal ken first, then, as Bear is about to throw down with this worse Bear. I got 2 crits on non-hunger die for a total of 6 successes.
You get that same, this isn't right, smell. Okay? You smell blood, you smell vampires, you smell Frankie, you smell yourself. That doesn't smell right. It's the vibe, no, the smell. The smell hits you in the back of your throat, actually. You feel like you can taste this smell. It's so not right. It's so wrong. But you're pretty sure they fall under Kindred.
That was the worst way for me to find out that answer that I actually didn't want to know. Okay. I'll add that specialty then, as horrible. Thank you.
Jesus fuck. There was a level you had to get from me, and I'm like, oh shit, you got it. I'll give it to you. It's gross though, and yeah.
I'm so glad my dice have decided that today I get to win. That's 3 crits on the dice for a total of 9 successes. That's more dice than I rolled.
Yeah, no, that's really good. Obviously you're gonna get an attack off on this thing. You're not gonna kill it. I'll let you know that right now. You're gonna wound it like fuck. So I will allow you straight up tearing off a limb if you want, or getting close to tearing it off. Like, however, mortally wound this thing, and then afterwards, I'm gonna. It's my turn.
That's so fair, Aki. Bear slams into this thing, and it's the sound of like two gigantic stones colliding. If you've ever heard like a rock fall off the side of a mountain, like that's the sound that it makes when the impact happens. And I don't know if you've ever seen animals fight, but it's really fast. And Bear goes in with that kind of like deep brutality that is so fast and so vicious, and they just start tearing, like paw after paw. Their mouth goes into like the corner of its shoulder, and they just rip as hard as they can, and almost like they're trying to like pick this thing up and like bash it through the door that it just came through, like a kind of like charge and crash moment.
I will straight up allow you to break that door down, because that was a lot of successes. You do exactly as you described. You throw this thing back devastatingly. It falls prone through the door. Door takes the doors with it, honestly. And some of the curtains, because the curtains were like meant to cover it. Again, that's not safe. But like, we weren't going for safety here. We were going for aesthetic. And so you have made your own way out, essentially. You can see peering down this hallway. It goes to what you think is probably like some other facility. And then if you turn like right or whatever, then you can guesstimate it's probably like room. Like, since this is a hotel, this is just the nicer part of the hotel, being the top 3 floors. Obviously, nobody's fucking staying in there, or at least to there's no regular people staying up here. These rooms, if anybody was gonna stay the night, it's all for y'all. So for the most part, you can assume that they're empty. It's that same like wallpaper pattern shit going on with the metal facilities and stuff. So it's straight up, it's a hotel. Except it looks eerier for sure. You, with your heightened senses, definitely tell that someone is misting the place, saging the place. There's a little bit of fog going on, not enough where it's like, but the kind where when you burn a bunch of incense and so there's smoke in the air, but it's not smoke because it's not setting off fire alarm. So that is what it kind of looks like to you, a weird mist thing going on. And then your little bear friend gets up. It's hard for them to get up, simply because of their hulking size. You see, like they gotta roll a bit up off their back, roll to the side. Now you have an opening to run. Some of the vampires take it. They run, they book, they dart at unnatural speeds. Your eyes can barely, catch all of them running, fleeing out, as a vacuum kind of gets made here. But and of course the vacuum dodging the bear and you. So it's a nice little path made. You may take this opportunity to run if you wish, since he's knocked back. But if you want to stand your ground, yeah, Frankie, you also have the opportunity to run. I forgot to offer that.
I wouldn't run. I would kind of want to maybe. You see, like, if Bear's huge frame and then kind of appearing behind Bear, you see a little Frankie Tomato. And I'd like to, like, if possible, give Bear like an opening to get at this guy again, if I can. So yeah, you just kind of see him kind of lower his sunglasses. You see like the icy silver eyes look right at this creature. And I want to use mesmerize, or I could probably do compel.
Could you read?
And
could you read it out loud for the audience?
Yeah, compel. With eye contact, I can issue a victim a single action command, no longer than a short sentence, to be obeyed to the letter. And I'd be rolling charisma and dominate versus their intelligence and resolve. This one is free. If I chose mesmerize and it was a more complex thing, I would have to do a rouse check. But I simply just want them to like kind of lower their guard for a moment, just so that Bear has a bit of an advantage for this next attack that they're gonna do. So yeah, I kind of lower my sunglasses. I look at, make eye contact with this thing, kind of come out from behind Bear's large frame, and I'm just like,
"Hey, back the fuck up, buddy."
And you see like you hear his like voice kind of echo and like some powers kind of get in the head of this beast. And I'll roll if that's cool.
I fucking love Frankie. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they put the sunglasses back on for just for a brief moment. You see these silvery eyes. All right, so this is I have all these notes. Charisma and dominate. Will you allow it to be just a compel? Versus like mesmerize is like the complex one.
If you want to do compel, do.
I'll do compel.
Do roll to do what you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charisma 3 and then dominate. I got 3 in that. So. There's a hunger dice. I forgot. Okay. It's 4 successes. It's all right, right?
Okay.
That's really good.
All right, cool, good.
So it's still what you've done this in the middle of it getting up, okay?
Yeah.
Once again, it's straight up. It needs to roll, sit to help sit up, and even that go all the way up because there's just so much meat on this goddamn body. Okay. The best way to put it is like if you've ever seen like strong men. Okay, it's strong men that also get into bodybuilding. Actually, this fucking beefy pomegranate looking ass. Like honestly, right? It's one of those types of vibes. And it's gonna look at you because you it needs to look at you for your thing to work.
Yeah.
And Bear, you're gonna notice this. Frankie, you might not notice it at first, okay? Because again, the eye contact needs to be made, so you're focused on what you're doing. Bear, you're gonna see it turn its head a little bit to the side, like it's listening. And then it's gonna move its mouth in a very unnatural way, and you can hear the jaw like pop, like it hasn't. You saw it take a bite out of a motherfucker. Okay, but it's like it hasn't moved it this way before, and its tongue kind of lolls out to the side before coming back in, and it just goes, buddy.
Ooh, I don't like that.
And then it's gonna get up. You rolled so well. It rolled better.
No.
By one.
No.
It stands up, but I will say you have because of, you have time to move back, and Bear, once it's up on its 2 feet, the wound you gave it is pretty gnarly, and instead of attacking you, it's gonna do something possibly grosser. Its arm is kind of lobbed off here, but it's still on just barely, and it's just gonna take its arm and rip it off. And then using something else it may have. No, I'm not gonna have it do that actually. It takes its arm and it's gonna swing at you. This is actually way funnier, to me at least, and way more disturbing as it uses his own arm as a costume. Now, what I rather do is I'd like you to dodge this, or at least roll to dodge. So in this case, dexterity and athletics. I'll also allow brawl because fighting stances. If you are a trained fighter, you know how to dodge. There's I will also allow strength and athletics if you want to be like a wall and take the blow like a champ, at like reduced damage.
I'll take the strength and athletics.
Yeah, I had a feeling you might like that option.
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go.
I should never roll.
Why shouldn't you ever roll?
I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, I will put a debuff on them because they're missing an arm and in pain. Maybe in pain.
5 successes?
Okay. They will hit you. I would say you would take the equivalent of 2. No, 1. I'll make it 1. 1. Oh shit! I'm blanking on the word. You're taking damage. I'm sorry.
Is it the small damage or the big damage?
It's smaller damage.
Superficial.
Thank you. You're gonna take superficial damage. It's gonna knock the breath out of you, even though you're not holding. It's the best way to put it, because you. This is a big guy, and you're expecting the weight, and you're trying to take it like a champ, but it's a little too much. It doesn't overpower you and knock you prone or knock you back or anything like that. It's just a very strong shove. It's also disgusting, and it kind of coats you in the face a little bit, face down the chest with this whack here. He's not hitting you with the claw side either. It's strictly flesh and bone, but the bone doesn't even touch you with this hit, considering how much meat is on the arm. It is, however, disgusting. I think you feel gross. You know.
I mean, everything about this makes me feel gross. So, yeah.
Oh, one other thing, actually, because you're right here. That smell is on you. That smell, that off-putting smell. Frankie, you're right beside Bear. You smell it too. That's not right. So that's all you get, unless you wish to peruse it later. But oh, that's not right. Just all of that, honestly, is not right. But this bear creature doesn't like stand down or anything. In fact, it looks stronger than ever.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Chester, I think it's your turn. Because
I mean,
you're watching this, by the way.
Fuck it. Let's bring out the big guns. I am going to activate. Gonna discharge. I'm gonna discharge on this guy. So he needs to make dexterity or athletics or strength and stamina.
You said dexterity or athletics, strength and stamina.
Or strength and stamina.
Okay. Jesus.
I'm also gonna rouse my blood to. I'm just gonna surge. I get hungrier. But just to make sure.
It looks like a lot of dice.
13.
Way,
Wow.
About the big
How
guns.
is that possible? Jeez.
I got 2 crits. I rolled
Wow. Big numbers.
I rolled
So it's already 8.
I rolled 12 dice.
I rolled.
So can we
10.
just win? Can we just win the game?
You rolled 10.
I rolled 10.
Okay, so you take.
God.
It's some of its best stats. I'm sorry.
Well, thanks for letting us know.
So you
It's
take.
a big guy.
Yeah, that's a big guy.
It's a big bitch.
So
So
you
that's
take
3.
4. 3,
sorry.
right? 3, right? So you take 6 aggravated damage
Mm.
Fuck.
as you see this twink just charges lightning from his hands and discharges it into this big boy.
I would be dead. I'd just be straight up dead. That's crazy.
1 second. 1 second.
These are monsters, so they definitely have the health.
I have notes. I have other notes that I never got the chance to make it digital. Look at it here.
Not gonna lie, I was tempted to spend a willpower just to get more.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so what? You're not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know right now. You're not gonna kill it.
Yeah,
But
of
what would you
course.
like to do to it?
For it to take damage, so just to give us an opening to just run,
Opening to run. Thank you.
to basically slow it
Yeah.
down.
Yes, just slow it down. Okay, there you go. Thank you. This thing. And it's basically like lightning, right? That's attacking it. Okay, this thing takes it like a champ. At first, you're worried it's not going down. It's not budging. It looks like fucking Geodude getting an attack with a thunderbolt. Okay, it's standing, and it moves its head up to stare at you. So it's looking beyond Bear to you, and then you see its knee bend just a bit, and it's gonna stay with one knee bent.
Oh, additionally, it actually is just stunned for a turn.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great. You will. This is your opening to run beyond it, further into the hotel, or to see what the hell's going on with the other entrance exit. This is your opening, and I'll give you all the opportunity to do something. But I'm going to move next. So ponder as this big bitch is stunned, not down, not dead. I will give you one thing: you definitely still smell it. That's not right. In fact,
I have a
it's
question.
charred, not right now.
I
You probably
have a
made it worse.
question.
Yes, Umami.
I have a fucking question. Can I see if the smell is something flammable?
Yeah. See, or like you want to know, like.
Can I like, I don't know how I can like backdoor rework my memory to be like, wait, has this ever been, have I smelled enough, done enough inhalants of gasoline to know?
1 second. 1 second. That's the wrong notes.
This is me. What you're doing is me right now, playing any game.
Okay.
Or I could turn on heightened senses right now also, if that will help me.
Yeah, turn on heightened senses.
Okay, I shall. And that will be passive for as long as you will allow. I'm going to first do my wits plus resolve to make sure that I don't get overwhelmed.
Yep.
I have a good pool, so hopefully this doesn't totally fuck me. Yeah, that's well over difficulty of 3. I'm sure what's the like overwhelming smell? Is it mostly just blood at this point still.
I want to say it's blood, period. Just
Mhm.
because, like, behind
People's
you,
heads
lots,
and everything.
behind you, lots, in front of you, lots. And depending on where you're running, you're gonna smell more. But this thing smells bad, like bad enough now,
Yeah.
even worse because Chester fucking charred it. So it smells like burning, not right. I want to say they're matching. They're equal right now in how gross this is and how unpleasant this is. For your flammable question,
Yeah. Can I do a perception type roll or something?
yeah, you can give me wits or intelligence and awareness, because I feel
Yeah.
like both fit.
Okay. I'm gonna also blood surge just because I really want to know, and I need to really quick.
Oh yeah. For people who don't know,
I-
blood surging is basically rousing the blood and getting an amount of dice based on your blood potency.
Yeah, so I only get one more, but that's honestly fine. Okay. No fucking crits. I'm gonna use a willpower.
Yep.
I'm gonna use a willpower. Let me mark that. So I'm gonna re-roll. So what I have right now. Blah 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 blah. Jesus Christ. Okay. So that is 6 successes on the smell.
I'm gonna say you strongly believe it.
I strongly believe it's flammable.
You strongly believe the blood is flammable,
Okay.
but you don't know how much you need. You know? It's one of those things where it's like, how much gas do we need? You don't know, but you strongly believe its blood is flammable. And its blood is like a dark blue.
Okay.
And it's chunky. That's another thing. It's chunky.
Dark
Blue raspberry
chunky, flammable blood. What I'm mostly concerned about is if they have a self-destruct fucking component and we all run away and die.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to. Where am I in ref? Where did Marilyn and I skitter off to when the sloth stuck its hand in the wall?
So you struck his hand in the wall. I'm assuming you didn't run back towards the other barons. I'm assuming you just kept going forward because
no. I just kept going so that we could get out.
Yeah, so continuing to going forward would go past the sloth and past the humans that were opening the box. But once again, its hand is lodged into the fucking wall, so it can't take another swipe at you. It still moves kind of like a sloth. Just occasionally its strikes are wicked fast. So like even like trying to get its other hand is in a body right now, so it's like it's occupied. Okay, you can move past them with no issue, and therefore the closest door to you would be the one that you entered through.
Okay,
which is
how far away? How far away will you let me be from Marilyn while under the Cloak of Gathering?
Does the Cloak of Gathering have any specific range types at all?
It doesn't seem so. If the user the duration has power extended, I will roll something extra first.
Because I'm gonna say just where visually we're a theater of a mind thing. This has to hold a lot of people. Everyone else is in the far back, so you and you were in the far front. Okay, if you're thinking of it like an actual movie theater, you're right in the front. Everyone else is right in the back. So if you were to leave Marilyn here and go, she would become out of range by the time you reach the far back.
Where is Bear? Like in the middle of everything? Well,
Bear is in the far back, sorry.
Far back. Is Chester and Frankie also all in view? Like, are they approximately together?
Yeah, they are together. They are in view. You've
Okay.
seen. I would say you've seen the bear monster fall back and break open the door's hole in the wall. Which, like, for the record, your budget, you see
We're
the price
fucked.
of the repair damage.
We're
Okay,
fucking fucked, and
okay,
that's fine.
it appears to you, fucking like just shit, you know.
If the whole hotel bursts in flames, we're extra fucked. So what Umami is gonna do is I like whisper to Marilyn, and I'm just sort of like, okay, we need to get the guys that are fighting right now out of here. I can keep this cloak going. Can you run in heels?
Takes her a second. You probably have to, like, snap to get her attention. And then she heard run in heels. She's like, of course I can run in heels.
Jesus Christ. Okay, and then I want to run. I'm just like holding onto Marilyn's hand basically. And whoever I can get to first, I basically want to like tuck everybody in the party into my cloak of the gathering so that we can all be invisible and then just like get out. And I have to do 3 rouse checks to do that.
Okay, make those checks for me.
Oh boy.
Imagine starving.
3 successes. 3 successes.
Amazing. Okay, this is what will happen. Actually, no, you can flavor text it for me, and then I can add on.
Okay, yeah. Basically, it's almost. I think in Umami's mind, it is like kind of like a fun like video game kind of in his mind. It also almost feels like taking like one of those big like bubble wands and then just kind of like scooping everyone up into it, and then they all become invisible. Because it is very much like this cloak of the gathering. It is my cloak of shadows. As if I were just like tuxedo mask, just like with my like cloak. I just sort of begin running. I can't run that well, honestly. But the main goal here is, as I am like gathering everyone, almost like a fairy, just like whispering on like, suddenly I'm in your left and then to the right ear as I get all of you almost on like an ethereal plane, even though it's still the same plane, we're just invisible. I just kind of go, we need to get out of here. And like, I don't think I can communicate more than that, but I just say that we need to get out of here. And I get all of you plus Marilyn into this thing.
All right. You have watched everything going. In fact, it's going on while you're getting there. So it's like you see Chester fucking pull lightning out of his ass, and attack and all that kind of stuff. You see it fall. You when you get closer, that smell of shit that's not right continues to play through your head. You look at it. This thing's holding its own arm like a weapon, like more like a rusted baseball bat at this point. But like it's what the fuck. Right? Because you have rolled for the blood part, you're the only one that notices the blood from its arm is goopy. It's gross. It's slow. It's not gushing like everyone else's. It's falling out slowly. Like moss. Not moss, like tar. It's very, very, very slow, very slow. Glue like in texture, actually. And you make way. This thing is slow, it's stunned. The only thing you really notice is that their ears are not that like emotive at all, really, if you've ever seen one in a while, but they can still twitch. And it twitches when you move by.
Yeah.
Invisible. It's you can infer, I mean, you're also beside it, but you can infer that it knows where you are.
Yeah,
it knows
probably knows what I smell like.
Yep, and I'm assuming you leave it there.
Yeah, grab everybody, and all the doors are all locked, or there was a door that got busted open by
The
Bear.
door got
Okay.
busted open. You, in order to move to grab everyone, you got to move past like that. And I'm assuming that is the exit you're going to go further down low.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very much so. I think everyone will see each other in a little bit of like an iridescent bubble like haze.
Now, does everybody follow you?
Bear does. I think Bear is the worst. Like literally, like their lip is curled and they are snarling at it, and I think they even turn and they say, "I want to kill it." But there's like an insistence in the way that like this, I think like magic like pulls at them, like almost this like bubble sphere, that they like look back and like their feet follow before they do. You know what I mean? And then they like turn and come after you.
Yeah.
I was even gonna say Frankie would probably try to help encourage Bear. Like probably in my peripherals, I see Umami coming, and I was like, "Hey, I know you got your fight finally. I'm happy for you, but we should probably get the fuck out of here." And I kind of point toward Umami as they're headed toward us, and kind of like tugging on your fur thing.
Yeah, Bear just like turns and like their like huge maw just in your face, kind of like exhales. You like for your hair to go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Smells like what? It smells like their shrimp cocktail that they were eating a little while ago. But they will follow you.
Cool.
And Chester, you're gonna follow?
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Now, thankfully, you have not just Umami, but Marilyn here. Both of you know the layout of this hotel like the back of your. Umami, you would also know. You see, you're so close to Marilyn. You know the of this hotel. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I think everyone also will see that I'm like really holding on to Marilyn. Like I'm like kind of like protectively, even though I'm like not strong whatsoever.
And so, Marilyn's taller than you.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Marilyn could rival Bear's height.
Marilyn can take care of herself, but
yeah. Like Bear is taller. But like, it's not by much with Marilyn in. Okay, like, God, nice. I just want to point that out because I don't think I ever mentioned how tall she is. That's for me. I love Marilyn. So not too far. If you turn, there is essentially it's a kitchen. It's not the biggest kitchen. There's actually several kitchens. There's actually a kitchen per floor here. Because the top 3 floors are usually for like, most expensive. It's for events. A whole bunch of other things that happens in hotels like these. Hell, fucking conferences, all that kind of stuff happens here. And so there's a kitchen on each floor, and you found the smaller kitchen out of all of them. But that is a kitchen, and this kitchen has I'm giving you this layout, by the way, because if you ever choose to make a safe spot, I'm gonna allow you guys to make one. It's just you have to do some routine things, like keep watch, barricade doors. Like as long as you keep things like this,
Left 4
like
Dead
going,
too.
yeah, essentially. And hell, you can bring things location if you wanted to. The idea is as long as you're a little thorough, as in you tell me what you want to do. Your safe havens of choosings, I will not have monsters get in. I might have them rap at the fucking door though, like I just
Absolutely, yeah.
But I am giving you actual, and I'm making it known, I'm giving you safe points to actually stay because I don't want to put you through that mental torture. I have to mentally torture you anyways. The last thing I want is for you guys to be like, so we can't take a shit. Like that's where I draw the line. Can't take a shit in any apocalyptic scenario. Fuck off. Yeah.
Your noise suppression is a little high, by the way.
Is it high?
Is it high?
Yeah, you're dropping out a little bit every few words.
My bad.
I turn to the rest of you, and I just kind of go, those things were gonna fucking blow up.
What?
The blood that, Bear, thank you for, the initiative and everything, but they were gonna, their blood is made out of some kind of tar situation, and that poses an incredibly crazy new thing on top of just them being here. So we're gonna have to be a little bit more careful.
Storyteller, with this added information, does that narrow down things for my check earlier?
Aki.
Yeah, sorry. I'm checking the noise suppression stuff. Your check. Repeat what you just said.
So for my occult check to identify the creatures, with Umami telling me, or telling all of us about it exploding, or the possibility of it exploding, does that narrow down my kind of mental search as to what it is?
Yes and no. What I will give, because the thing is, anything can explode if you try hard.
Yeah.
Okay? That's just a fucking give. Like, you show me something that won't, because I defy you. Okay.
Yeah.
But what I will give you with your role is that you're pretty sure with your role, with your successes, with what you know, you're pretty sure that it doesn't seem like they would have a self-destruct. Okay?
Good to know.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not so usually creatures with a self-destruct, I would say are majority mindless, or they give you minion, familiar type vibes. These things are working together. That's a given.
Okay.
But just there's sentience going on, okay? There's, with everything you've seen, you saw the weird intrigue in the sloth, like it was happy, or like it was enjoying itself. It was like the thrill of the hunt. And then you saw the bear monster, and it spoke. Which I didn't do the voice justice. And the voice is like, it was groany. It was kind of like when your throat is really dry. And it was more like a sound than the words, but you heard the word. Okay, so it's just a bit slurry, I guess would be a better way to describe that. But it was trying to speak, and that's not great. It was specifically trying to say what Frankie was saying.
Okay.
So to you, you're like, it's sentient. You're not sure if they're acting on their own, that's for sure. You know that they're working together. That's the vibe you get. And you're pretty sure they wouldn't explode willingly. They're not like a bee.
So I have dots in retainers. Do we have like signal for our cell phones?
You want to check?
Yeah, I'll check.
You were all signed in to the complimentary high-speed Wi-Fi, the Chateau de Lyon. All services are cut.
And I think I probably had a hotspot, but my shit got fucked. So
yeah, your hotspot is definitely taken down, actually.
Okay, that's fine.
And it's sort of like just I mean, besides like normal services like 911 and shit like this happens, and theoretically if you were able to find Wi-Fi somewhere, you can join it and attempt it. But I will say, even with the bitches with data services out too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a block. Well, not a block. Your service is down, but
Right.
That sucks. But you're like you were like a sheriff or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got a walkie-talkie.
I mean, I'm not in my city anymore, so
You're not in your city anymore. That's true.
yeah. I was hoping to get like a call out to one of my retainers to maybe research what this creature is. Given,
I will-
like, yeah.
I will say, I think Marilyn is the one who sees you take out your phone, and she goes, "Regrettably, I have a landline." But it's on the 3rd floor.
It's either that or you have a library, so
We have a library, but not the kind that I think you're looking.
I'm spent. Do you guys have any idea what these things are? Marilyn, do you
It's
know
a
what they
kindred.
want?
What?
It was a kindred. And I think like Bear is hunched over like whatever industrial sink is in this kitchen, and they're like trying to wash this awful blue blood off of themselves, this tar
Yeah.
blood.
Yeah, it's
Just kind of like
it's gross.
scrubbing at their face with this huge paw.
Wait, Bear, real quick. If I can find a Ziploc bag somewhere or like a little container, I'm gonna just start scooping some off of you, just in
Bear,
case.
I will say I did mention the chest as well. So like, if Bear's washing the face is contaminated, you know. But the chest is not, because you didn't mention that.
Oh no, you might want to take your shirt off. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, Bear does the like super gay thing where they just start taking their clothes off without letting anyone know. So now they're like hunched over with like their like top off, like over the sink. And I think as they're like kind of washing the splatters off, Umami, I think you definitely are able to get some, but they like mumble under their breath. It was a kindred. I could smell it underneath all the bullshit.
Oh,
The
shit.
fucking questions now.
Why the fuck at this party of all places?
Are they mindless?
It's a kid's birthday or something, right? Like,
Yeah,
I've never
trying
fought
to start
anything
shit
like
at a
that
kid's
before.
birthday.
they were kindred, but were they willing kindred?
I don't know. It's just the smell is overpowering. I just get it off me. And they like scrub a little harder, and as they do, kind of
I
it smelled wrong.
two things. One, y'all are very special levels of exhausted. When people get exhausted, they get hungry. So I want those checks, please.
Mm-hmm.
And then this will just determine what I do next.
Get hungrier.
That's a 6.
Frank
What
is
happens when you
fine.
crit on a rouse check?
Nothing. Like if you
Okay.
get a 10,
Yeah.
yeah, it just means you're good.
Ooh,
But it should be
alright,
something.
sounds good.
I get hungrier.
Okay. Umami and Chester are hungrier. Right?
Yes,
But Frankie and Bear are fine. Now, you're gonna feel it. My hungry babies. It's sort of like, you know, just you spent a lot, okay? You spent a lot, literally.
Mm-hmm.
And as that like feeling of somewhat levels of safety kick in, so does your hunger. Now you're not compelled to eat or anything, but there is something really gross about you finding that thing in the Ziploc bag a little appetite. It's
Yeah.
really, really fucking gross.
I think for me especially, because I'm a bagger, I'm just like, this is blood in a bag. I can't.
Yeah.
I think if I can even flavor a little bit, everyone can have a fun time seeing as I get hungrier. I think my forehead is the first thing that like a slit almost like just begins to form, and it's just like a small trickle of blood comes down, but I'm just like pretend that it's nothing.
If I may, Marilyn will straight up just lick her thumb and go, no. Wipe that off and then lick it back. No.
Thanks.
I will ask, Bear, though. Now, you have the option. Are you compelled to lick blue blood?
I don't think so. whatever, Bear is rather disgusted by this creature. There's still like some kind of humming, deep desire to fight it, and this like they hate how close it is to their own discipline, I think. Like that's something that continues to resonate, like in their ability to transform and to see something that is so transformed and also not quite and also completely not right. They want to get it off of them as much as possible, I think.
Okay, good. I just wanted to double check that because like when you're wiping stuff off your face and you accidentally just that was one of the point out.
I got a question while we're talking about feeding.
Yes.
Was there any resonance to that
Ooh.
to that guy that I fed from?
I might need you to explain that a little bit for me because I'm
Oh, yeah, of course.
bit. Yes.
So, basically whenever you feed from a human, their emotions can flavor the blood, and with that flavoring it kind of gives either buffs depending on a roll. And we can do the roll if you would allow me. Trying to get the roll here. But yeah, I'm just seeing if I can get extra powers from that blood.
Yeah.
Aki, if you go to page 36 on the doc that I sent you, that can maybe help out.
Yes.
Chester's invincible now. Right?
Chester's blood is made of fire.
Yeah.
It's burning.
I see. Thank
Chester's blood explodes
you.
now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you make a roll then?
Let's see. Fuck. Keep rolling ones on like my numbered die. Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah. Okay. I think the only thing I'll give you is feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were chomping down on that blood apple, you felt confusion, but in the like confused and scared, that kind of thing, but confused.
Mm-hmm.
The scared is just a primal thing, okay? You were all scared, whether you want to admit it or not, or whether you realize it or not. You were all scared on a level that shouldn't scare you, or that it shouldn't be. Okay, for once you have felt like prey, which is probably the worst for Bear. Just that kind of feeling on an instinctual level, but you felt like prey, and you were just not prepared. But the confusion part is the weirder taste, because something is telling you that this human was prepared and is just confused.
Okay.
It feels the best way to put it is that it doesn't. This is not like this is wrong. That's not the taste. It tastes off. It tastes off. Yeah. Nothing is affecting you like inside. You're not gonna get any debuffs or anything like that. You don't gotta worry about that. But I just like narratively speaking, they were prepared for something against you. Not you specifically. You plural, all of you.
Okay.
I'm also giving you that simply because like I feel like because your blood sorcery is there, and then you were like fucking slapping 7, like so I'm like I'm gonna give you more because that poor occult roll. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Cool. Okay. Okay, so they were confused, but they were prepared.
They were prepared. They were prepared against you, plural. When I say you, plural, I mean like if you were to think past what you are, like Kindred.
Okay. Okay, cool. Right.
Can I? Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
Can I take a moment? If I do notice Umami getting a little hungry, can I kind of kneel down to where they are and kind of pull out my flask from my jacket? I'm like, hey, Umami, doing all right? They look a little hungry.
No, I'm fucking hungry.
And I'll offer the flask. Okay, it's the least I could do.
You sure? Yeah.
Yes, I'll give my my bagged blood portion to. I'm good. I ate before I came.
Yeah.
You know, you really believed in my bagged blood thing before anyone else. So you know, try it. It's good.
Got no doubt in that. And I think you can maybe see like that singular slit beginning to close up as soon as I'm back to Hunger 1.
I call that one the taste of Danforth. It's got a little sweetness to it.
The taste of Danforth. Got it.
No, that's actual fucking.
It's a festival. It's a Greek food festival in Toronto.
Wow.
It's very good.
Frank,
Yeah, because I would know
Frankie.
Umami is a bagger as well, and you know they've
Yeah,
invested
yeah,
in
yeah.
Frankie Tomato. So I not being hungry and looking and seeing that Umami isn't doing so great, offer them my portion that I had stowed away. Cheers.
Appreciate you.
I believe then that means your flask will be in.
Yes. So I am aware.
Okay.
I'm
I just
aware.
gotta put it out into the ether.
I'm aware.
You're out.
Yep.
My poor little bagger. Out.
There it goes.
Now, couple things here. You're inside the kitchen. You chose to chill here. After this moment of like reprieve, you are now faced with the fact that the thing is still outside. The sloth is still somewhere. People are running. You can still hear the running, the clitter-clattering. People are just not coming in here for whatever reason. You know, the blind running here. Now, you're faced with a couple things. Theoretically, you can only choose to do one right now, like in terms of like how much time you have. You can stay in here and barricade the place, you know, put it under lockdown as your safe spot for now. Or you can leave. You can also choose to search the kitchen, but you can't with the allotted time that I am giving you, like in terms of like out of character perspective, you only have time for one thing, so you can't really split up in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of you are hungry, some of you are not. It's a lot of things going on at once with a short amount.
Does the first thing just I have in mind is, does this kitchen or approximate area have like the emergency fire axes?
Yes, definitely. This is a fire
Okay.
axe. The fucking fire. Oops.
Yeah.
You know.
Extinguisher?
Yeah.
The
A flamethrower.
Yeah. There should be at least two in here.
Okay, great.
Because if I remember correctly, the size of the kitchen determines how many fire extinguishers there's supposed to be, or something like that.
Is there a fire axe though?
There's a fire axe. There's a fire axe.
Okay, got it. Umami in character takes it out and asks as someone who's got points in melee.
Meta.
What the hell are you talking about?
Who can use this? Who can use this?
Bear looks at their knife hands, which are
Oh.
longer than the axe,
Yeah.
and they kind of
The
shrug a
axe
little non-committally.
for sure is like a little shitty guy for sure. Okay, I will hold on to the baby axe.
Does brawl count?
I mean,
I
Aki
got
just
1
would.
point in brawl as of today.
I have 1 point in firearms, and this is not a gun.
I would say brawl would like using knife, I'll count it for a
Frankie,
brawl. It's
here you
just
go.
I feel a little safer when one of those in my hands, so appreciate it. Yeah, trade that for a flask.
I was about to say
There you
everything
go.
is a gun if you try hard enough, but it doesn't really work for an axe.
If you set it on fire, that's a firearm, right?
An axe could be a projectile. You can throw it. Yeah, it's the same
Fair.
thing.
I
Yeah.
don't think this is one of those throwable axes.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I guess unless you do the two-handed, yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
It's
And
all
It
maybe
can
becomes
for
a
do it.
versatile
bear,
weapon. It's a D10.
actually, maybe for bear, it's super throwable. Now I think about
Yeah,
it. You
one-handed. Yeah.
just,
One-handed.
Yeah, you're
Good
big, you're strong. It's one of those vibes.
It's like-
This is. So I'm assuming you are searching the kitchen resource. That is what you're choosing to do.
And then knives,
I-
cleavers. What kind of
I did
kitchen
my
is
thing.
this?
Okay. Oh, so just a moment. Okay, yeah. The next. Anybody else want to do anything specific? Because if it's just general search from everyone, I can. You might want.
Actually, I do want to do a general search. I'm gonna use Seen the Unseen. I want to see if there's any ghosts or hidden Nosferatu in here. They're just like Nosferatu who just fucked off. Like,
No ghosts.
no ghosts.
No ghosts. Hidden Nosferatu. Not in this room. You know that there were Nosferatu here in general,
Mhm.
but not hiding in this room
Okay.
at all. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'll give you one thing though. Fun hidden item. The freezer, which you can see in the back, is there. You haven't checked it yet. But I will say, it'll be cold, but you can eat.
Is there like a live person there? Like, I
Are
open
you
this.
asking Marilyn that?
I am opening this kimchi fridge.
You open it, and the best way to put it is so there is miscellaneous meat hanging, that's for sure. There is some containers of miscellaneous liquids. Okay? And by some containers, I mean it is a container. So for my bagged bitches, if you take the time to fill up other contain, this is a big. It's like like it's heavy. You can't take it out, right? It's think of it like moving a fridge. Not happening. Not gonna. No. Like you're strong, but that's a lot. That's blood in the thing. You're gonna. Yeah. If you take the time, you can fill some stuff up, and then the thing that's kind of connected to the machine, I would say, is a person. You hear a very slow heartbeat, the kind that you would get from a induced.
Mm-hmm.
And Marilyn, and if you choose to look at Marilyn,
It's a Sandman's room, guys. Come on, it's
I
Yes.
am.
it's ethical.
Hey, if it's fresh, I'm gonna feed.
Are you feeding from the person, like
Yeah, I
feeding
take-
from their body?
I take the hose, whatever.
I was gonna
thing out.
say because technically you got a straw.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm gonna take,
God.
and then I'm gonna chomp.
Little
You got a little
Kool-Aid
silly.
jammer, human.
Yeah.
Little silly
Capri
straw
Sun.
going on. Yeah. And I'm gonna say that's what you're doing with your action.
I kind of turn away when this happens. Ugh.
Frankie or Bear?
Go ahead.
Bear, I think, as all of this is going down, once they're finally clean, and the hair like kind of starts to like recede back up into their actual hair instead of being this like big ruff around their neck, they approach Marilyn, I think, and they like do the thing where they like put a hand down on the table and kind of like lean down over her, and this like Small, crooked smile, like, crosses their face, and they go, Marilyn, what an interesting party you decided to throw tonight. Any idea what's going on? Is this part of the soiree?
No. I mean, I had some plans. Technically in the other rooms, because there's no way I would ever expose Rosemary's dearly departed child to a bunch of really hot strippers. But like, they were supposed to come. I hope they don't show up. This would be such a bad time. Actually, no, I could use a show. But this level of interruptions, no. I've crashed a few parties in my day. This one's painful.
See, when you said strippers, I really thought you meant stripping the flesh, so...
No, I meant like dudes in little speedos, or like big tittied ladies, or just kind of anything. I once invited a nudist like colony to just show up, and they did. But that wasn't what I chose this time.
Just a fucking hang. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I come out like wiping my mouth with like a napkin from the kitchen. Like, you did know? Did you know that the kind were expecting this?
Okay. One, didn't know about the fucking present box, okay? That was very unknown to me. Two, I don't know what's going on. And I'm old. You'd think I would. But I don't. I have no idea what's going on. And three, did you just drink that bitch with the hose?
I don't think it matters right now.
Is there something wrong with the person?
No, it's just weird.
Marilyn.
Come on.
What is
It's
with
a silly straw.
What is with people up north in bags? I just don't understand.
Listen, it's a whole thing. It's economical.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. What do you got against bags?
Look, the whole milk thing was already strange, and now this fascination.
Do you put your blood in cartons?
No, I drink it directly from the tap. Doesn't matter anymore.
Doesn't like half of your country not have drinkable?
I come from New York. It's everything's drinkable.
Yeah, all the water, sewer water, and down there. So
I know what the fucking Ninja Turtles are. You're not getting.
It's now really the time to
getting me.
Whatever.
Okay,
Marilyn.
Okay, listen. Really, truthfully, I don't know. I don't like what's going on. People are fucking dying, and if you haven't guessed, every single Baron in Toronto is here tonight.
yeah, did anyone see where they all went?
I'm not fucking concerned about them.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd like to kind of ask Marilyn a question. Yeah, I was thinking about safe places to go, because I don't know if this kitchen is all that fortified, but I was talking to Rosemary earlier, and she was saying something about a west wing. It'd be like heavily guarded, and might be a cool place to hide out. Do you know where that is? Because I don't know, this place is confusing.
Yeah. I know where that is. Second floor. Luckily we are on the west, I think. And she like stands up, she like turns around, like thinks for a hot second, and goes, "Yeah, no, we should be west. It should literally be up. We just gotta get up."
What do y'all think?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just what do y'all think? You think it's a cool place to go?
Bear looks up at the ceiling like they're seriously considering trying to literally just bash through it.
I
Like
was about to mention.
they're looking at it really hard.
It's like reverse the raid.
I saw Bear take down a whole door like effortlessly. So, I mean, it's worth a try.
Bear paws can't melt steel beams. Anyway.
As you're thinking about this, your unfortified kitchen door bursts open.
Oh no.
And a few people run in. You have seen, you know Baron, holy shit, my Barons.
Oh shit.
Okay. You know who Baron Maximus, and kind of with him, as in running behind him, is his wife Stephanie, and you can see she's kind of in the middle of ditching the shoes, which are high heels that are also like those shitty little tiny straps that are like impossible to get on and impossible to get off. So she's like she's trying, but she's running, she's trying, and she's failing at it. Right now, and they burst in with, I want to say, a couple of miscellaneous guests, and they look at you, and then you hear a noise. The kind of noise that, why am I beating around the bush? You hear a roar. And I think with that we should take our break.
God damn it.
Rawr.
Yes,
Our
especially if we're gonna
AWR.
go on a little bit. We should take like what 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Word.
We'll be back.
10:30.
Bye.
10 minutes.
Help.
Hello. Welcome back. Where did we leave off at? Oh yes, kitchen. It has opened. Baron Maximus and has rolled in with his wife running behind him as fast as she could in these shitty heels.
It's just the two of them, right? Is it just?
There's a few people.
No. There's a
two
couple
more.
of people.
Yeah, so
Is everybody?
Four people
everybody
have
Kindred?
come in. Everybody's Kindred.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
I got a
You
question.
can yes.
Does his wife have a bag?
Like a the
Like
equivalent
a clutch or a
of a
purse?
clutch. Yeah, like it's the equivalent of a clutch that also has
You
the
gonna rob her?
extension.
Just on God.
She's a thin blood. You know what they have.
Oh fuck! Heroin.
They have heroin.
That does magic.
They have cocaine.
Okay. So yeah, little bag. It's a clutch, but with like that chain that allows it to be kind of strung over the shoulder. The best way to put it is they look very frazzled. The Stephanie is the name of his wife. Looks in pain because she's been running in these shitty heels. And
I kind of want to take them. They feel
You
as
wanna-
much of a victim.
Just put them on.
No. Just like take the wife with us.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Chester
and then
just takes the shoes.
Yeah, just steal your girl.
Yes, and then two others, miscellaneous vampires.
Okay.
Fuck those
just
vampires.
miscellaneous.
Vampire A
Um,
and Vampire B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fodder.
Arrive. You hear a roar in the background, and you see Stephanie kind of like she the face of fuck it, and she just with her arms just rips the strap off the shoes. She gets to one before you all see the Baron dart for the freezer, and then he locks it,
Leaving everybody outside.
leaving everybody outside, including his wife.
God.
And before she can go, what the fuck? Your friend arrives. Now, this is probably the most normal looking monster that you've seen, because it's got wolf-like features. But instead of a body of a wolf, it is that of a very elongated human. All of it is blue.
This is some
Including
Junji
its
Ito's
fur.
shit.
Its face is the most like pulled out into a wolf snout with the ears going on, and there's some fur going on up here, and then the fur gets patchy all over the body as you see human skin with matted blue fur. kind of woven together like a gross garment. And it's got claws, it walks on all fours, and it does have a tail and nasty, gnarly fangs. And you see, beyond its blue everything, and its eyes. 1, that's too many eyes. 2, it's about 3 for 3, 6 skulls. They are just this sharp, sharp, sharp blue. This, like, almost borderline cyan going on. They're glowing. You feel like they're glowing. And you feel seen. You feel perceived and acknowledged. Not in a good way, but in a... But like when you watch a scary movie, a slasher fic, and they see you. If you play something like Dead by Daylight, the killer was there all along. It's one of those spine-chilling feelings of you are seen. And the first thing this thing does is it takes out the miscellaneous vampires rather easily, slashing through them. Quite literally to ribbon, as they kind of fall apart comically like a cartoon in pieces. Now this beast had a bunch of red around its mouth already, so you can assume that it was a jaw, and now it just looks like some splotchy paintwork. We're gonna attempt to roll initiative here, and this is simply so that way you guys can have an order, unless someone wants to read first, like you have something planned.
I do have something planned. So this is what type of creature is this again? Is this the bear you said?
This is a wolf.
The
Seems
wolf.
like
This
a
is a
new
new one.
It's
Got it. Okay.
It's a new one. Objectively, you could probably go werewolf, but like there's something wrong
Okay.
with this, you know?
Okay.
Why wolf?
Yeah. How? What?
How wolf?
I am going to activate divination. I am going to. It requires a little bit of talking, apparently. They will find themselves increasingly agitated as their inner demons bubble to the surface, eventually drowning out all rhyme and reason. This may or may not be the best thing for us, but it will at least get the kindred potentially out of their own mind, which is going to be perhaps important, because a vampire that becomes impaired by this power must immediately succumb to a compulsion. And it might take another round, but I can perhaps Cloak of the Gathering and get us out of here after. That might be a more of an emergency thing. So right now I'm just going to attempt to get into the wolf's mind. I'm going to have to step forward and I just begin talking. I just try to be like a horrible shithead. And I can only assume with its compulsion, it could be something like wrathful or whatever. And I want to almost, I kind of like begin to move, kind of gesture vaguely to like create a pathway to the freezer. And I'm just sort of like, come on, man. Don't you think that there's so much more of a rush when your prey runs from you? Isn't that right? And I'm going to roll. I have to browse check.
To
What's
supplement that, now that I'm seeing what Umami's doing, I'm going to use corrosive vitae to open the freezer door and melt the door handle.
Delicious. Okay. I'm gonna blood surge, so I need to roll again.
I keep failing my rouse checks. Jesus Christ.
Me too. I'm at hunger 3 now, which is fun.
I just fed you.
I know I did. I know you did. I crit, so that is 4. That is a 6 on my manipulation plus dominate, and wolf creature needs to make a composure plus intelligence against a 6.
Nice.
I shouldn't roll.
What does that mean?
Just spend a willpower. Just spend the willpower and like roll more.
I crit 3 times. So
that's only 4.
That's only 4.
With a bunch of other stuff that I roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still, like
right.
if it's like 3 10s, that's still a 4 and 5.
Would you like to know the total? Because then
I think Aki means literally 12 successes.
Oh, okay.
Close, 13.
13 successes. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't fucking do that. So
I'm gonna let you know something hilarious. You're actually making me, for each creature you fought, the rolls that I've had to make are some of their best. So that's why I'm getting some wicked numbers here.
So I just chose the smartest motherfucking one.
Unfortunately, one of the smartest has showed up. I just think it's funny. I just think it's the coincidence is ridiculous. So far,
it doesn't work, and I'm just standing there like, don't you want to suck on that fridge? It looks good, doesn't it? And then
you have the thing that makes you bleed. Right.
I have 3 hunger. I'm not at 4 yet. 4 is when I start bleeding from my holes.
And oh god, Chester, you were doing something. Do you want to continue doing it, or would you like my reaction?
You do a different thing.
Okay, if I'm gonna do a different thing, so I'm not hungry. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to. Does it stand to reason that I know that his wife is a thin blood?
Yeah. Yes, I think y'all can straight up smell it.
I'm gonna like tell them like, come, like, we'll get you to safety, and I'm gonna grab her bag.
Motherfucker.
Okay. I guess that would just be you're grabbing something from her in the heat of the moment here. She's that close to you. Objectively speaking, you guys were further in the kitchen. She was in the middle. She's actually standing in between you and that thing. If we're going with an alignment of how close she was to the door, and her taking the break to take off one shoe. So I'm going to need, quite literally, I'll let you choose between strength or dexterity, then after. Or, no, it's not. It would be like fucking larceny, right? Just committing theft.
Sure. I'll do dexterity.
Larceny is breaking into things.
I would consider
still,
that.
Like, stealing.
I would consider it that, yeah.
Breaking into your personal
space. Can I use my celerity to my rapid reflexes on this?
Yes.
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
Mm.
Okay. It's 4 successes.
I'm just not gonna roll for things.
Stop.
5. I'm only saying 5 because I don't want to roll.
I got 4, so yeah.
So I think what happens is you really... So, 2 things here will happen. Let's do Stephanie's and Chester's first, because it's a little bit more fun. She's in shock. All she could muster out was a what the fuck before the creature came in, and she's kind of shocked, like scared shitless here. But she just rolled super well, because one thing you shouldn't do is take a woman's purse. And so she had this surprising death grip on it when you pulled, and so she pulled back. And it was a bit of a struggle, for sure, so I think some out of the bag, but she has her bag.
But there are contents that are on the floor.
There are some contents on the floor. However, we're gonna move to Mommy's real quick. You make a display here, and this wolf creature looks at you, looks at the freezer, and then looks back at you and goes, "This is hunting."
Yeah. It seems like a nice treat. Are you crazy? Because I'm feeling really crazy right now.
All you hear it respond is, "One more." And it's going to look at Stephanie.
No.
Now, we have Bear, we have Frankie. You two want to do anything?
Yeah, I feel like this is maybe the time that Bear cuts in, and they go, "Let me show you what hunting really is." And they're just gonna, do a cool little leap over the table and body slam the crap out of this wolf. Just against, like, the opposite wall.
Mm-hmm.
Envy.
Okay, so you're going...
I fight it hard.
Fight. I'm assuming you're going for... Are you trying to do damage, or are you trying to actually, or pin it or something?
If I can manage both, but majority trying to pin it so that it is not cutting anyone to ribbons in front of us anymore.
Okay, so if you're gonna pin it, because like you'll get both if you can crit like last time. Like, I'll give
Sure.
it to you, right? But since you're trying to, in some form, restrain it or push it or pin it, I would prefer you have you do a strength in athletics or dexterity in athletics, because you technically said you jump over the table, so I can totally see momentum being put in here. But this is definitely athletics.
Cool. Strength plus athletics I will do for you, and I will get
box
2. 6, and I have a skull on my hunger die.
So messy crit.
Messy crit.
Oh no, that's a
bestial
failure if it fails.
If it fails,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
How many did you get again?
6 successes.
6.
Ooh.
So just clash together.
So, yeah. I definitely won't say you failed. Okay, just because usually meets it beats it, but in their case, meets it will be a nice tie. So you do your display. You come in, you try to pin it. You push it a little bit, and then it grabs you and spins you. You are now separated. Not by a lot. You're probably agile enough to make it back, but in a way, have you pinned it? Yes, because now it's in the middle of you and your friends, but it's pinned you as well, because you're away from your friend. Nice stalemate. This can also be solved by shuffle, just shuffling back, but that requires shuffle. So there is that. But it kind of looks at you and does the equivalent of a deep hee-hee for like a laugh.
No.
What does that even sound like?
If I do it, it's gonna sound funny. Let's just say it laughs.
So
Yeah, there you
right
go.
now.
There you go. Laughs a little.
Is this Michael Jackson? The monster version?
No, but if I
Are
did
we in
it, it would have
Thriller?
sounded. If I did it, it would have sounded like Michael Jackson. I'm like, this is not Michael. Frankie, you're last.
So when Chester corroded the door, did that actually happen? Is it open now?
No, I didn't go. I didn't do that. I tried to steal the bag.
Okay, because that would have been cool.
Because I feel bad doing it to this woman. Because I know these creatures, their stats are far too high for us to even put a dent in it. However, this Stephanie probably has much lower stats. And seeing the dire situation, we're not really doing much. I kind of look around, looking down at the axe, which I know is not gonna do jack shit. I'm gonna look Stephanie in the eye, her eyes, lower my sunglasses. I wish I could do this to Maximus, but he's in the friggin' fridge. And then I'm going to use Mesmerize, and I'm gonna tell her, hey, do you mind holding them off for a bit for us? We're gonna get the fuck out of here. And I guess she'll be our little decoy, hopefully.
Oh, man.
Because I don't see how else we're gonna get out of this without running. And Frankie is all business. He's trying to live here. So Mesmerize for me is
Manipulation, dominate versus
manipulation and dominate
intelligence,
versus intelligence and resolve. So I got 7 dice. Come on. 4 successes.
She's mesmerized.
Yeah, I tell her to hold them off for us. Oh, I feel bad, but
You
gotta
did it.
do
You're doing it.
yeah.
We're vampires.
I'll have her go next.
It's us. It's her or us, right? In my mind, and like it doesn't look like we're making a dent, and desperate, you know,
So,
desperate
Does
times.
this fuck with any of your convictions? I'm curious.
does it?
So my convictions are that I don't want innocent people to die by my own hands in terms of
You're
feeding and
working
stuff.
around it, you piece of shit.
But so the thing with Frankie is like throughout his years as a businessman, he kind of has stepped on a lot of people that
Yeah.
has kind of fucked them over in a way. So then in that way, his convictions have kind of been warped. Where like the bag blood business has kind of started out as like an honest like I want less people to die, but truly, am I really doing that?
Umami feels horrible.
I feel and Frankie feels
he's
horrible
not
too.
gonna say anything about it, but he's just like,
yeah.
Yikes on the inside.
I will say the only you can choose to feel really like in character. You can choose to feel like have this fuck you up, if you want down the line, because by all means she is innocent and she's a female, therefore the closest thing to a human here. For all honestly, she
I could have that damn freezer be open. I would have much rather the other dude.
Yeah. So it's her turn, I guess you could say. And Mesmerize.
Can I at least, as like a last like a sad moment, give her the axe?
What the fuck are you talking about?
So at least she can do something.
Hey,
no, because there's someone else in here that could. Marilyn is technically.
Yeah, but Marilyn's important.
Well, here's the thing. Marilyn's gonna take the axe from you if you willingly give it or not.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Frankie can't do shit with it.
Okay, so she's gonna take the axe from you, and in this kind of 1 second, actually, before I do anything, let me do the thing. And in this moment, this like little dazed moment maybe of you're doing this while the creature has spun Bear around and is kind of a little bit like it's looking towards Bear. He does not see. Well, it does not see, nor really it pay attention, as it was a little bit kind of having fun with. Doesn't pay attention to when Marilyn plops up with the axe and brings it down on its side. Marilyn worked on railroad. Marilyn knows how
Damn,
to swing
Marilyn.
a
All
pickaxe.
right.
And sure, it's been a while. But you don't know what she does as a hobby. Umami does. Umami knows that she likes axe throwing. Umami knows that she has a little routine to keep her
I completely
strength up.
forgot.
Umami knows that she is actually very strong. She just doesn't show it off. It's you'd call it a sleeper build, honestly. Because she doesn't prefer doing violence herself when she can get someone else to do it for her. And that's just kind of always been her thing. But push come to shove, she can protect herself.
Yeah.
Perhaps in the background somewhere, and it's not just but the rest of you would know one of the things she proudly boasts about, and that was killing her sire. And she loves to talk about it. Her sire being some random white guy from British Columbia that she did in fact kill and took everything from him because that's what she likes to do. So perhaps you see some sort of similar conviction here of how easy for her to just slash into this thing. She doesn't cut anything off, but it's enough to push it where the axe gets stuck, and she can just use the rest of it to actually push it to the side. Not down, not pinned, and the axe stays unfortunately lodged into the creature. But it's an opening for the rest of you. And as she kind of plunges it, and she goes, "Not today, bitch!" and just kind of like continues to hold it. Not really hold it. She'll take a step back and kind of go for the opening out towards where Bear is. But that is what she does. She is delivered and open for the rest of you. But unfortunately, it's Stephanie's turn. And
Oh no.
Stephanie is mesmerized. And Stephanie was asked to hold it off. So she kind of in almost a form of protest, but not, runs for the freezer. And by runs I mean the weird hop limp run. Because she has one high-heeled shoe and one like her bare foot in a tight little dress. And so she goes for the door, holding her clutch with one hand, and she starts banging on it, frantically yelling, perhaps crying, screaming, sort of like for her husband to open the door, while also calling him a bastard because he locked her out. The creature is wounded and pinned back, but sees that much noise kind of go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some unless you rather go with things like for stealth and stuff, like how you were mentioning before.
I am gonna go ahead and roll to get Marilyn, Bear, Chester, and Frankie and I out of here.
That's a good call, because if not, it was gonna continue to go for y'all.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to do. I have to
West
do.
Wing, everyone.
I have to do a bunch of rouse checks. So let's
what
pray.
Are the contents that fell out of the bag?
Lip balm.
Yeah, like makeup, like a tampon, a couple of dollars, a couple other things. You would know that there is it's a small little bag, but there's a small little flask.
I take it.
Like a shot type of flask. Okay, and then there's also very nice looking pen.
I'm gonna take everything.
And a fucking vape. Yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. And a fucking vape.
Yeah, I'm gonna take everything.
Okay.
Knowing Thin Bloods, they can make anything out of anything.
I'm so scared. I'm hunger 3 and I have to do 4 rouse checks.
Jesus fucking Christ.
let's just pray. Should I do them all at once or just
Yes.
one at a time? I don't know. All at once? Okay.
Yeah.
All at once. All at once. Big money, big money.
Everything.
Okay. I'm
All
at
at
hunger
once.
4.
Okay.
So
Damn,
my
you moved so fast.
my forehead and my hands are bleeding through my gloves, and I'm wearing shoes. My feet are also bleeding. I'm kind of going insane, but I'm not at 5 at least. And this time, that like the fun like bubble cloud that I was able to put all of you through, like this shroud that comes over, it is purely as if you put like blood in a bubble dispenser, and it is like this very strange, weird like shadow that goes over you, and all of you are like now tinted with red, but we are invisible. And I think umami is obviously becoming more primal, and I think the way that the Malkavian kind of side of the beast comes out for umami is that their face maybe almost takes on more of like a 90s comic kind of geometric. Things are like sharper, and like the eyes are just like vibrating, basically. Like they're almost like as if you like took a pencil and just like made like a really messy circle is like what their like
Your skin is all
irises
halftone.
are. Yes, exactly. I have like polka dots. And I just kind of look at all of you like insane, and I just kind of I just sort of say, hope we all felt great about that. Let's get out of here.
And with that, I'm gonna just do a discharge and overload the light. I need a rouse check for that.
And I need us to do a special check for this creature.
No, you don't.
Please.
You know you don't have to.
You don't have to. I
It
think
doesn't have to be this way.
I do, because, like, infer, you got a wolf. One of you is covered in blood.
Someone fart. Someone just do something.
Rips a fat fart.
I need more. I don't know what to do. I still have willpower left, so I could drink from somebody, but I will hate it.
I'll let one rip
Uh,
for the team.
I will say he did pick up a shot.
Yeah, but we don't know what it is.
You don't know what it is yet. You have time to figure that out.
I
so-
will try that. Not here. Maybe later.
Yeah. So what did you?
Oh shit! Let me just check it out real quick.
Do you have to roll for your discharge, right?
I already did.
Yeah.
Pretty much like if it's like just like a light or some form of electronic, I can just like.
Oh, okay. I wanted to double check that. Yeah. So lights go out. Yeah. I will say.
It was flicker, by the way, not discharge. That was my mistake.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Lights go out except for one. This one light is of a supernatural source, and it's kind of like the equivalent of a backup generator, but like just for this room.
It's Gandalf.
I will say it's it looks like so you didn't notice this because this is like it's a whole ass kitchen, and we're kind of like y'all were doing things. But now with the lights off except for one, there is this ominously glowing greenish, whitish, bluish light from a ye old looking lamp. For like a hot second, you probably think that's fucking decor. No, it's not. Erlen has brains. So all it is really like
Great
is
gap.
a supernatural light. And yes, I made it green because of that vibe. Is just a supernatural light. So, looks portable though. If you want to take it, but that would also require you to give up a chance to sneak out.
Bear's gonna do something unrelated. So if anyone else wants to get that lamp on our way out.
Is it like Like, is it on the wall, or could we like pick it up? Is what you're
On the
saying?
wall, like you can just grab it and go, like it's got a handle, and the handle is on a hook, and it 100% looked like decor. It looked like miscellaneous decor until you
just
turn
straight
up all
up-
the lights.
Can I just straight up look at Marilyn and be like, should I get that? And then...
I don't
Man
think
of
she'll be able to
superpowers.
I'm gonna let you know right now, she's not gonna be able to
Okay, word.
focus on one other thing, which is your well-being. So
Okay, word. Yeah, because I am going crazy. What do I have to roll to get it?
you're gonna miss your chance to sneak out. Is
Oh, never mind.
You can just
No,
it's
we're getting
literally you don't have to
Not worth
roll.
it.
You can go get it, but that's it. You can't get out. And
It's
if
just
you're
a
going,
light.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
and you don't gotta roll anything to get out, unless you choose to go get the. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm just waiting for what Bear's like planning to do.
I just want to hit it on the way out, because Bear is not gonna leave until everyone else is like out of the room. And as all of this is happening, they're gonna try to, because there's something about this idea of the hunt, right? That they understand, like, as Umami starts bleeding, especially, like, they're a hunter. They hunt. They know that this thing is going to turn around and track us down because that's what's fun for it, right? There's almost this like way that they are thinking in its mind. And they are going to like, as this thing is has the axe in it, a bear is going to take the handle of the axe, bring it up again, and they chopped lumber for 50 years of their mortal life.
Hell yeah.
And there's like this moment where they like lift it up, and it's almost like a flashback through time where like for a minute it like goes black and white, right? And then it like comes down like through the ages as the like different types of axe change, right? As they like come down, 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 down. And they are going to strike it, like try to strike it in the midsection to bisect it, to cut it in half. So it's not going to be able to chase us down, or at least it's going to be extremely hindered. That's good. On the way out, a good old hit for the way, for the road.
So that means
drive-by.
we'll have you go first, so that way everybody else will do whatever they want, and then you can get your, because you said you wanted to leave, so that makes sense, and it's to bisect it, strength of course, and I'll allow melee. If you
Sorry, I missed that last part. Did you say brawl?
Brawl or melee. However, if you want to do, this is gonna sound weird. If you want to stun it or hinder it, like should you not be able to cut right through, and I'm gonna let you know it's gonna be very hard to cut right through it, I will also allow athletics. And in this case it's a stun.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the athletics with a stun. Is there a possibility for me to get an extra? Oh wait, I got an extra die from the recap, so I'm gonna grab that.
You can also blood surge. And
Ooh.
what is your blood potency?
I believe it's only one.
So
okay.
one
should
extra
get
die.
one extra more die on top of that.
Beautiful. I'm gonna do that.
You just have to rouse your blood to see if you get hungrier. Either way, it's gonna go through.
I don't get hungrier. Amazing. Bear's not hungry. They are hungry for fighting. Okay, so that's quite a few dice that I'm gonna roll. Seven successes for that one.
Wow.
Good job. Okay, so you're gonna get your stun for sure. You're gonna 100% get your stun. In fact, I think I'll let you flavor. You're not gonna cut right through it. That's just how it, like, it's just super difficult. Like, you would have had to have crit a couple times more, in my opinion. But I will let you like wound it pretty bad, just like how you wounded the bear bitch. In this case, though, I won't say a limb would come off, but you definitely like cut through like an artery or something. You know, you're gonna stun it, you're gonna slow it down. It's gonna be a little bit harder to come track you. So go ahead and tell us what that looks like.
Yeah,
you also have your ominous lighting, by the way. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think it's almost like this blood haze mist kind of thing that Umami had like covered over them. It's like Bear kind of like comes out of it like this bloody ghost shadow as this eerie light catches on them, and they bring the axe down so hard and so fast, so much so that I think like as it like cuts into this being, it also like cuts into and craters the floor a little bit, and I think gets stuck there, which is maybe where part of the stun comes in, that it's like stuck in the floor a little bit as they like bring it down and like almost like knock against the head and the temple too, as they like just pummel it into the ground. And then they turn and it's like a big gesture, like let's go kind of moment.
Okay.
You have a chance to yoink that lighting now that it's stunned.
You do have a chance to yoink the lighting, but that will also mean when it's not stunned, it will go before you do.
Nah, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Just get out of it.
Mm-hmm. So that's one leave. Frankie leaving. 2 leave. Umami in your unhinged state leaving.
I can't do anything about it right now. Yeah, we gotta go.
You leave. For flavor of text, I think like when you pass Marilyn goes nope, and will just straight up pick you up like a sack of potatoes, sling you over one arm, and will do the running for you. This bitch running still in her heels, because Louis Vuittons are expensive.
I look like I'm in a Sam Keith comic. That's an important detail that I need everyone to know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
On our way out of the room, I feel like Frankie would do a look back to Stephanie and just feel a little bad and see what those last moments are before they're out of sight.
You are all out. She is still making her screams.
Mm-hmm.
And when you can hear, you feel it, but the rest of you can hear it when the mesmer wears off, and that it's a silence as she realizes what's happening, and then she cries for real. She does it for real. Like it was feeling it before, but she's not being forced to do anything. In fact, you probably hear her like scream out, "Fuck, not again," as she continues to call you all bastards. Essentially, she straight up just goes, "Fuck this!" Like,
we took her purse, which might not have anything in it.
She has her purse. You took
got
shit out of her purse. Yeah.
Okay, so like she has her wallet and stuff. Like she can go home. At least she doesn't die.
She has her phone. She could call an Uber.
Can she go home? Can she really?
Yeah. It's unfortunate. And there, you're the last one. I'm assuming you're out.
Oh yeah, out.
You're out. She, I will say, if anything, fucking vocal. You hear it down the hall. Marilyn is leading the way. I think is safe to say. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I think I still have heightened senses on it as well. So I'm just like,
if you choose in your unhinged state, if you choose to focus on it, I'll let you hear it.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
You hear it. She doesn't stop. Is the best way to put it. But at some point, you hear her quiet down in like a whimper.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you what else you hear later. Now now Marilyn's leading you to the nearest stairwell. It is an emergency stairwell. She goes to jiggle the lock. She goes to jiggle the door handle and it's locked. She gets really, really upset. And just punches the window in and she's holding Umami, so it's a little bit difficult at you, Bear. Just be like, please.
Yeah, you know that scene in The Princess Bride where yeah, you know what I mean. Bear kicks the door down. Yeah. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Mm-hmm. it's a door. Like, it's locked and it's annoying. And I will say, for other vampires, I would make them roll. But for lumberjack, literally bear cutting,
Literally
bear. Yeah, no, I'll let you kick it down. You've been kicking doors down all day. You might as well continue. And,
Got the adrenaline going.
Yeah. If it doesn't go down, it at least goes open and the lock is broken. However, it will leave a loud bang. But do you really care at this point? It's going a little nuts. Somewhere, someone pulls the fire alarm. And now there's that. And it's very overwhelming as you guys climb up the stairs. And it's very apparent someone was here before. As you see other vampires littering these stairs. There's blood, there's appendages, there's general gore and viscera. And Frankie, you slip a little. You don't fall. You catch yourself on the railing, but you slip on the thing and you're like, it's probably blood. But you look down and you see something else. This clear, but it's not clear. Slimy slime, honestly. And it coats the stairs, actually. Going up.
Is it like animal drool? You know, like sometimes it can get like really.
It could be. It could be a lot of things here.
It could be cum. It could be.
Could be cum. You never know. But it's something on the stairs, that's for sure. Actually, I wouldn't say it's cum colored. I would say it's like a Vaseline color.
Okay, well, their blood is blue, so
Cum
I
could
mean,
look like
all
anything.
bets are off
You're
at this
right.
point.
You're right. Who knows? Their cum could be green, but we won't know.
Like Nickelodeon ooze. Like,
No, you just got slimed.
yeah. Hey, what the fuck is this?
Can
But yeah,
I before we go further up, can I do a premonition roll?
Yes.
Oh.
Please.
I also have something, Aki, but we can wait for it.
Resolve in aspects.
Premonition, it gives you like a warning, right? Depending on your.
Yeah, depending on.
Yeah. Just wanted to double check my memory.
Yeah. What is result?
This is so fun. I'm having a horrible time.
I'm glad you are.
You're rendered in a completely different animation style from all
I
of
am.
us. You're having a good time.
So glad.
Oh shit.
Umami
okay.
is 2D now.
I am.
5 successes.
You're aware that there is now
A what? A fourth
what?
monster?
a fourth monster.
Do I know whether it's closer to where we're going? Or
Yes, is the best way to put it. But like, what you see is that when you get to the door for your floor, it gets really weird because the slime powders go off on.
Okay.
You are very unsure how fast this bitch is either. When you look up to go to the third floor, that's barricaded off with furniture. Literally bodies, like just anything you can find was thrown there. But the slime goes there, you know, like it clearly goes up. But it also goes to the floor where you need to get to.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be on the lookout, but I'm not gonna disrupt any.
If you go, I'm assuming you're all going beyond the door, right?
Yeah, I would just warn everyone. Hey, gang, is some sticky shit on the floor. You better keep an eye out.
As you take your steps out, are you're going? Would you say you're going stealthily or quietly as you can?
The fact that you asked that, yes. I would like to be stealthy.
I'm not gonna make you roll or anything. I just want to know if you're
Heeled
fucking
boots.
in there.
There's nothing
Yeah.
stealthy about Chester.
Yeah, the best way to put it is
Yeah.
okay. So the stairs are like not padded. You're making noise,
Mm-hmm.
but the floor on the next floor, you're on like the 59th floor. That's padded when you step in, so it's softer. Your sounds. It's just I want to know if you're like all taking every single
Oh
I
no,
don't know door you
I
see like
wouldn't.
that. That's what I mean. Yeah. So if you're being a little bit more quieter as you go in, you take in the eeriness of how quiet this is. And then, very faintly in the distance, you're going to hear very quiet music. Not The Weekend or anything like that. It's actually, hilariously, it's Material Girl. Like, off in the distance. And Marilyn's like, someone's in my room. My private room. That's off in the east.
Yeah, but aren't we supposed to be going west?
Yeah, no. As soon as you say that, like you kind of see what the west wing is, and it's done up really nicely. Like you could tell this was like, ooh, shit, this is where it's happening. But then you see like what you can assume are bouncers. Actually, you see the same silverish looking crosses. They're Rosemary's Men, and they are in pieces, kind of decorating the area. In a weird way, they're stuck to the surface walls and the sea. So they're more gore and viscera hangs around like curtains or beads kinds, you know? And it's just not a fun time to look at. But the doors look closed actually. Like they look like closed, locked, closed or something like that to it. You can see handprints on there as if the bouncers were banging to be let in at some point. You do see very gross, sticky weapons covered in that slime, but there is a handgun. Handgun, and I would say a bat of some sorts.
Give me the fucking handgun.
I will say, actually, based on your premonition, and just you looking at the slime patterns, whatever was here never got in, but it fucked them up outside and left.
Interesting.
So there's no danger within that room.
No,
basically.
but it does look closed, and you do see Rosemary's people.
Is it locked?
You want to go find out?
Let's go find out.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's the opposite of Beauty and the Beast. Don't go in the West Wing.
Do you knock?
No, I try the door.
You try the door.
Yeah.
It is locked, and when you try to move your hand from it, it's gross and sticky.
Okay,
So you kind of stretch.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use corrosive vitae at this point. Okay, I don't get hungrier. And I'm just gonna melt the door handle.
You melt it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's because of the slime being on top of metal and then burning it through the slime. You get that kettle pot hissing sound. It's not crazy loud, but because of how quiet it is, like it's the loudest thing ever. It feels like opening a bag of chips in the movie theater. And then the handle just melts away. It drops, and you can push it. And when you do it, you do notice a bit of blockade, essentially. So you get stopped a little, but kind of as you push it, you're met like face to face with the barrel of a gun.
I kiss it. No, I don't.
Does anybody want to do
Who?
Who?
Like, are we seeing the person who's pointing the gun?
I would say unless you're kind of closer to Chester, you just see
It's not
Chester
me.
stop. But Chester, you can probably look at, and it's another one of Rosemary's,
Okay.
and they look at you, and they shake their head, and they're like, "You gotta find."
No, let us in.
Look, I really want to.
Bear, I just step back.
Don't make.
I just step back.
I think as soon as you say Bear, you get shushed. Bear, you can still come along, but you get shushed. You get the fuck up. It can hear us. It's taking everything we can to keep the boss quiet.
I asked.
So we could do
like-
this the quiet
Yeah.
way, or we could do this the loud way.
Personally,
Promise
I'm
you.
bleeding from every hole in my body right now. I'd love some help. Thank you so much.
Can I walk up and be like, hey, listen, I have an appointment with Rosemary. You know, we talked about it. She asked me to come to West Wing. You're gonna let us in.
Okay. Whoever wants to can either do charisma, persuasion, or there's manipulation, intimidation.
That's
I'm
all
gonna
you, Frankie.
I'm gonna compel.
Frankie.
Come on,
Hey,
Frankie
listen.
Tomato.
Hilariously,
I
I have
don't miss an
three.
appointment,
I have-
all right? I don't listen. You're
I
gonna
have 3
let us in.
manipulation, but I think I'm fully just like. So my compulsion, I don't know if I'm even in my compulsion, but I have delusions of grandeur. So right now I'm in a Sam Keith comic book, and I'm just like,
I think for you specifically, Umami, and you try to talk loud, you get a hand. Marilyn's put a hand in your mouth.
yeah.
You squirm too much. She's literally gonna fucking spank you.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta behave.
Or you can be naughty and see what happens.
Be naughty in a safe place. You guys will literally get you.
Marilyn, let me drink your blood, please.
Maybe.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
Oh, so I'm gonna roll compel. Oh shit. Oh,
You can roll.
shit.
You can roll compel, or you can do your persuasion and.
No, he's gonna
charisma,
see
like-
the eyes. He's gonna see
Yeah,
the
see
eyes.
the eyes. Okay, go
He's
for
gonna
it. Do your
see
thing.
the eyes.
Yes.
I just realized something. What's your blood potency, Chris?
It's
I think it's
2,
just one, right?
and then my
2?
surge
Oh.
is 1.
Yeah, you
Oh,
get
shit.
one extra. You get one extra die because
Wow.
you're using a power.
Okay.
Oh god damn! That means you would have compared. It's okay. It's okay. We'll say narratively. Narratively, it
talk.
worked out. Yeah.
That's 4 successes, which is. I want a crit. Everyone's got a crit but me.
One day you'll
yeah.
crit. Don't
It'll
worry.
happen.
One day I'll crit.
Somebody
Yo.
give Frankie Tomato a
They'll
crit.
call me Crit Tongue. Yeah, so I got 4. And yeah, I just look him in the eyes and I'll be like, you gotta put that gun down and let us the fuck in.
Okay, you see their face. See them kind of the gun, like shake a bit, like they're trying to fight you, but they fail, and they fail and they know that they fail, okay, and they go fuck quietly, and they will move the blockade. Now, the moving of the blockade, you hear them call for someone to help literally lift it and put it somewhere else. They can't drag this thing. They are doing their best to be quiet. And this is like kind of well known to the rest of you. But the door will open a little bit more, never fully. And for big people like Bear or Marilyn, who's carrying Umami, you have through.
Okay.
Marilyn does her best to not bonk you, like, as she kind of brings you in. It's just hard, right? She's carrying
Yeah.
you. And the minute you are all in, they close the door swiftly but quietly. Like when you like even though there's no lock, they're being as careful as they can be. And then they put the blockade back. Inside the west room here, this is 100% like a lounge slash bar, slash bar slash like lounge clubbing place. This is like, it's the equivalent of the luxury zone in an airport, but like way more closed off. You know, it's very nice, it's lush, it's luxury, it's modern, it's got bisexual lighting permanently. Honestly, it's one of those kinds of places. Even the lounge is like the lounge, like it's nice. There are two what do you call it? Two food dog statues that kind of rest in the VIP area, and there you pretty much see Bear and Rosemary, absolute fucking mess. When some vampires, my setting, I don't give a shit. Vampires cry blood. This is one bloody woman. Her outfit is ruined. Her hat is missing. Her hair is in a mess, no longer properly kept. Her makeup runs down her face, and you can see it, like, you know, like as if she used her sleeves to also wipe it away. She looks like a mess. And then she sees you all walk in, and there is this, I would say her face almost changes. This ancient rage. Briefly, you see it. Briefly, you are intimidated. And then she sees Marilyn, and it goes away. And she kind of like, she tries to stand up, but she can't. She goes back to being this weary old woman. And Marilyn will bring Umami over, because it's like she's not gonna put you down until you're safely put down so that you can be taken care of. But she will also go to her friend. And kind of, you don't get put down gently. You get put down because Marilyn gets yoinked the minute she's within grabbing distance. And Marilyn is like violently yoinked away at this to console her friend.
Yeah. That's fine.
I
look at a guard. Oh, I'm sorry.
You go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I look at a guard. Bag blood.
The guard looks at you and just thinks for a bit and goes, I think I saw some in the back. 1 second. And okay. They go to the bar area, where there is actually a little cooler of bagged blood. There's a few in there. Oh
God, thank God.
Yeah, like, because this is a vampire lounge, you know? It would be awful if they didn't have bagged blood.
Chester sees all the bags
Thank
and he's
God
just
for bagged
disgusted.
blood.
Bagged blood, baby. So my little baggies can fill.
Hey, see ya, right. Chester. Back when it's so bad, you know, you can get it anywhere, anytime. It's convenient, you know.
It's filthy.
And then,
you know, bitch, you're filthy. Fuck you. Every bag I drink, I become less like animated.
You're getting your fills on. I feel like Bear and Chester. You know what, Frankie's okay unless Frankie. But even then, I don't think you were that hungry.
No, I can't go below 1, right? So.
Yeah. So you're fine. Yeah, the rest of you notice there's very few vampires in here that aren't your team. Rosemary had a tiny army with her. She now has 5.
Oh God.
You only saw a couple of people, by the way, in the hallway, all over the hallway. So that is to show. And Chester, you will actually be approached by someone familiar to you with your time with Rosemary. This is actually a little looking Nosferatu. So if anything, you get jump scared when they kind of peek out, and this quite literally
I mean, I do have like seen the unseen, so
Yeah, but like this, I'm talking about when you see their face.
oh,
Yeah, this literally looks like a bat got put into a blender or something. Like one mishmashed face going on. They got a snout, but it's clearly like a broken nose type of thing, bent in a weirder way. Their eyes are like
adorable.
extremely small but bulbous. And they're like balding but halfway.
They just remind me of a pug.
You know what? A pug face. Yeah, they have a pug face.
A pug bat.
And like
So cute.
long ass crinkly ears. And they you know them as everybody calls them Kuya Crispin.
Aw.
Oh, Crispin.
Mm-hmm. And he looks at you and goes, "Shit, you're alive."
Of course I am.
Powerful motherfucker.
I mean, obviously it was a group effort, but yeah. First off, Rosemary needs to know that this was planned. This was expected. The kind knew this was going on. Ugh.
Fucking bastards, all of them. Look, we came here. This is the safest place we knew. We already had access. We got fucking slaughtered, man. There's a fucking... I don't even know, okay? Snake, slug. It's got too many fucking legs.
Bear said that they're kindred, so I can only assume that they were flesh crafted into whatever they are right now.
Fucking kindred.
Flesh crafted.
Shit. That's disgusting. That's vile. That's vile. And I eat worse. Okay, well. There's something that lurks in here. In the hallways. It is fast. And it is nasty. And it is big. Bigger than that fucking sloth thing. Bigger than that fucking bear thing. I don't know. I didn't get a good look at it personally, but I didn't like the sound made.
Oh, you mean the wolf thing? It was a bear. It was a
There's
wolf,
another
right?
one. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay, I don't care. Yes, that was a wolf thingy
No,
that you.
yeah,
fought.
I was just like making in character. Yeah.
Look. We're stuck. Okay, we're really stuck because that thing in the halls is like a shark. I've taken peeks outside. The way it moves, like it already knows this fucking place. There's slime everywhere. It gets worse further in you go. We're stuck. We have some supplies. We're not gonna last. What does downstairs look like?
Downstairs is pretty bad. There's no. Am I correct to assume that downstairs was basement?
You're on the top 3 floors, so theoretically, yes. This downstairs was the entrance. Downstairs is the main hall to the little amphitheater, and then you got out and went into the kitchen. That was all one floor, and then you went up and out. So you technically didn't even go to the other side of of downstairs yet. If anything, it's sort of like the west of the first 2 floors you got.
So if we find like a window, we can jump out the window.
Yep. Except you look at the time. And
Time is it?
it was like midnight. Motherfucker, it somehow is 3:30. How the hell did 3 hours pass? You're not sure. Could be a lot of the fucking dancing and shit because
Yeah.
but like everything else felt so fast.
I just look
That's
at
my goddamn massage.
yeah. I'm gonna look at Bear and I'm gonna ask like, where are you parked right now?
Am I parked? Down behind the lot near the loading docks. It's the only place they'll let me park the truck.
It's the only safe place I can think of.
Yeah.
Mommy, you're hearing this because you're not too far away.
Yeah.
The quickest way to get to wherever Bear is parked is floor 1 all the way to the east. That is theoretically where the box came from.
Right. Okay.
And nobody was allowed past the main room because, the main room is where everything is supposed to start.
Yeah.
You will also distinctively remember that has like a loft situation going on because there were stairs to go up to the second floor. So there is a couple ways down to get you closer to to the east.
But we're being pushed up because
You're being-
of all of the monsters.
Because of all the monsters, the hecticness, you're being pushed up.
Yeah. I think Umami's like still like drunk and like winding back down into like reality essentially. And it's just sort of like, I think it's like has been messily like drinking from like bags and just like I think maybe one of the bags got a little frozen and it's just like kind of crushing it up. So we're being pushed up essentially. The quickest way to the loading docks is going to be downstairs. Hilarious. It's going to be also all the way to the east side as well. And logistically, guys, sun's coming up. And what season is it?
It would be winter, so this doesn't.
Okay.
It would take a little bit in Canada time, but you're also
Okay.
on a skyscraper.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So unless any of us are fucking Spider-Man, I don't know. Also, when we think about when it's so weird when people say it when we're Kindred or like, oh fuck kind sucks shit. It's like, do you say when you were kind? Do you just say, oh I hate babies because they're small?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them kids.
Okay, I just to understand, we hate babies because they're small, and we hate kind because they are also small, despite the fact that most of us were previously kind. So we just hate ourselves.
Are you doing okay?
No.
Yeah.
Once I crush this last one, I'll be good.
Uh-huh.
This is why I tried to never be hungry. And I think I even like just like put a strange like hand like on your like pec or something.
Bear like looks at it, looks at you, and then kind of like brings their thumb up and wipes some of the like blood off of your
My stigmata
forehead
blood.
again,
Yeah.
leaving some trails behind.
I know. Like my you can see like my shoes, like they're like beginning to like bleed through.
Seeing how unokay Umami has been, I'm gonna take them up on that, even though I'm not hungry. Take them up on the offer of taking some of their bag blood and fill up my flask again and be like, hey, just in case, you never know.
Mm-hmm. You can definitely do that. So,
Do any of you alcoholics also have a flask? I like look around at Rosemary's guards.
yeah, I think one of them could definitely toss, but it would be empty, so you're gonna have to also.
Yeah, I'm just like, I have like the weird blood slushy in my
Mhm.
mouth, and I'm like chewing, sucking on it, and then I'm also putting blood into a flask.
You're gonna get plastic in your teeth if you keep chewing on the bag.
I've eaten so much plastic.
You're starting to make a little more sense to me, I think.
I'm glad. I'm glad something's making sense.
Yeah, speaking of making sense, I know it's all good and fun to get out of here, but does anyone want to know what the fuck is going on and why we're getting these crazy monsters and like why at a kids the taboo thing? Does anyone care why this is happening? Like where this shit's coming from? Like we can leave, but
Rosemary.
then like you know they might come after us even outside this damn hotel.
Rosemary, who hates you?
That's a good
Who
question.
hates your kid?
She has like some sort of lush napkin handkerchief that she's she's using to look somewhat respectable again. And she'll go, oh, a lot of people. But don't you think that this was the perfect time to attack us like this?
Yeah.
All 4 barons in one place.
Why did we have the fucking party then?
Because it was a party. We do this all the time.
And incidents also happen most of the every time. I guess to be fair to you, nobody brings out fucking their foreskin monsters out.
Oh, that was disgusting. Look, I don't know what's going on, but we left my poor child down there.
They're gone. We can't do anything about that.
No. You're drunk.
Yeah. But we can't do anything about that.
She's gonna stop talking to you. And right now, you are in a brief moment of safety. However, you're still focused on something. And we're gonna pan away from y'all. Instead of closing, just before we close, we're gonna go a little bit back in time to where you left Stephanie Young, the thin blood, in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Her cries of anger, of rage and terror and sorrow slowly but suddenly turn into quiet.
No.
In these whimpers, you see the beast that was momentarily stunned has ripped the axe off that was pinning it, dropped it to the side, and she didn't, poor thing, had no awareness left to notice it crawl to her, essentially. Nice and low, like it was stalking its prey. And she sinks, sliding on the floor as this thing kind of climbs over to loom, to tower in its crouched state. And its jaws, its snout is a breath away from hers. Her forehead becomes damp with the condensation of its breath. And it stares at her. And it smiles at her. And it lifts a clawed hand to brush loose strands of hair away from her face. It is a terrifyingly time. And then it pushes her aside, down and under, away, and goes for the door. It takes 1 or 2 hits at this. It bends the door in half off the hinges. It is a metal fucking door. And rips it aside, actually. You can hear Maximus Maddox, the Baron, freak the fuck out, yelling, "What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?" And then that is what you hear. his cries of pain and prolonged agony. Stephanie, who's basically lying on the floor at this point, the cold, cold floor, is taking moments to gather herself before she looks up. And all she can see is this figure, this wolf beast, playing with the Baron. He cuts arteries. This man cannot move. He cannot heal fast enough to move away. This Baron, this powerful Baron, is rendered asunder. Paralyzed, but alive. And then Stephanie stands up and walks into the fridge, the freezer room. And we're gonna end there.
Fuck that guy.
Mommy, you don't hear anything else. It gets quiet after that.
The mommy is just like listen, like suddenly stops talking and just starts listening and just goes, Maximus is dead.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, my name is
Do it. You're already there.
Yeah,
You're already there.
my name is Josephine. I'm at Scary Dog Friend. I hope all of you will see how umami mind unraveling throughout this hotel. That will be a very fun thing for all of you to see. Very excited about it. Had a lot of fun. Horrible time. High five. Next person.
Pass it.
Fabian.
Oh, hey, I'm Fabs. Find me here or Rockets and Pens. Yeah. Join me on Thursday for Ashes of New Amsterdam Mage Game. Hell yeah. I've been Chester. I've been Evil Vampire Boy. C.
I dropped my dice all over me as soon as you said my name. So fast. Hi everyone, my name is C. I use they them pronouns. You can find me making very trans error on the internet, Pie Sharp Art. If you liked what I did here tonight, you like what I do other places. You can always find me over on Transplanar RPG. If you don't know it, yes you do. I've decided for you that you actually do know what I'm talking about because you're gonna go figure it out while I sit here and I cast I forget what it's called. Anyway, hi, you can always find me there. We are doing a lot of hiatus content. Stay tuned for an super exciting announcement about Godkiller podcast series and stream releases dropping on Transplanar at the end of this month. I will say no more, but it's going to be very exciting. So we also are playing The Beast Within, which is Valiant Dorian's game that is currently on Crowdfunder. We're wrapping up that game on Thursday next week, so tune in for that as well. Our podcast drop on Tuesdays and Thursdays at the Ass Crack of Dawn. Okay, that's me, Chris.
Didn't see that coming. Hello, I am Chris Tung. I am one of the co-founders of PinkCity.ca, which is an anime gaming streetwear brand from Toronto, Canada. We are doing an after party for Toronto Comic Con tomorrow, so if you're in Toronto, that's some Toronto by night thing. Less killing, less blood, more things that you'll have to find out. I also do TTRPG stuff. I am the producer, editor, and current GM of Super Junior Dudes, which is a comedy tabletop podcast. We are currently running a show, Blink Space Blues, which is a neo-noir Lancer campaign that is inspired by Cowboy Bebop and Gundam. It is very, very cool. Highly recommend watching it. We drop episodes on Tuesdays, and we premiere them on Twitch on Mondays. And Frankie says, like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh my goodness.
Brilliant.
That was my bit. All right, I'm done.
And I'm Aki, or Akino if you're fancy. Find me all over Twitter at Akinomi_art, where I do lots of things, too many things. Lots of podcasts specifically, but if you like my streaming things, you can catch me at the Mandy's Twitch channel every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, where I play a bunny bard necromancer or a bonomancer. It's good shit. It's very good shit. I do not believe I have anything else to announce. So that's it. Thank you for staying with us. Sorry for the late start, and for going late. But I hope you enjoyed it. As a very good reminder, actually, we are off next week. It is our off week, so join us again at March 31st for session 3 to see what happens here. Ha ha ha.
Bye.
Ho, ho, ho.